games were in Minot, and the Trappers fell in both of those by run rule fashion. Last night being a 10-0 game. We've got the coaches meeting down by home plate right now. The Trappers wearing some new uniforms. We'll talk more about those in a little bit. It will be a perfect segue actually into those uniforms. After I played for you our interview that I had with Coach Jamie Habiger, I caught up with him a few moments ago to chat about yesterday, talk about today, and talk about going forward as well.
Let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Souris Saber Dogs. Leading off in playing center field is number 10, Luis Playa. Playing right field, number 21, Hunter Delano. DHing is number 31, Ben Newberg. Playing first base, batting cleanup, number 32, Chris Monroe. Playing second base this evening, number 4, Jake Barlow. Playing left field is number 17, Seth Delgado. Catching for the Saber Dogs this evening, number 12, Ben Laborsi. Playing third base, number 15, Jesus Rojas. Playing shortstop is number 7, Alex Crouch. And on the mound this evening for the Saber Dogs, number 14, Trent Dugan. Coach for the Saber Dogs is Michael Pierre. And now for your Pierre Trappers. Leading off, playing second base, number 1, Trevor Seagrave. Playing shortstop, number 22, Hunter Brown. Playing left field, number 35, Tynan Shahidi. Playing first base, batting cleanup, number 18, Anthony Barraza. Catching this evening for your Trappers is number 17, Daniel Hab. DHing this evening for the Trappers is number 12, Connor Bendek. Playing third base, number 8, Colby Rich. And in right field, number 11, Jacob Griffin. And on the mound for your Pierre Trappers, number 19, Lewis Manny. Your Trappers coach, as always, Coach Jamie Habiger.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to High Stadium. I'm Jeff announcement tonight. I know we have a big crowd coming. A lot of last year's people coming into the ballpark. It is TRG Media Night. So we're going to go past the game. We've got some great prizes for you tonight. But it's also Salute to Service Night. That includes jerseys that the players have on.
It's always fun catching up with Coach Jamie Habiger. As he mentioned, Military Appreciation Night, some special stuff going on in the ballpark. We'll talk about that in a few moments, but first, the teams are lined up and in position for the national anthem. So we We'll take a quick break when that happens. But also, you know, Coach, I was kind of surprised when he chose Iron Man's abilities over using the Force. I don't know. I feel like there's just more capabilities there with using the Force. But some special uniforms today for the Trappers. Got an auction that we'll have after the game, and I'll explain a bit more of that and go over the starting lineups after this quick break for the anthem here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7.
Saber Dogs, we're ready for some baseball. The umpires are here. We're ready for some baseball. Fans, are you ready for some baseball tonight? And of course, your Pierre Trappers are ready to play some baseball tonight in central uniforms. But it is not official until we have the most important words in baseball. Play ball. Play ball!
So cute. That was very
We're about ready for first pitch here at Hyde Stadium. Just finished up with the anthem. It was a live performance from a talented individual. The Trappers wearing some digital camo, going with some green limited edition jerseys today for Military Appreciation Night. Lewis Manning, the starting pitcher, donning those jerseys. For the Saber Dogs, they're wearing the powder blue with white pants. It's a classic look we've always talked about, you know, powder blue. Can't really go wrong with it, especially in the sport of baseball. We'll give you the starting lineups for the 22-1 and first place in the league, Souris Valley Saber Dogs. Luis Pelayo leading things off, followed by Hunter Delanoy, Ben Newbert, Chris Monroe, Jake Barlow, Seth Delgado, Ben Livorsi, Jesus Rojas, and Alex Crouch. I've got a couple of guests up here with me at the same time. I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how to make this work. We'll get one headset on here to Caleb Hay, last night's starter. There is Caleb. We've got CJ Cumbo up next to me as well. Maybe they'll pass the headset along. We'll see how things go. I see how it is. You guys wanting to get out of the 100-degree heat up here in the AC?
Definitely. It's a little warm out there today.
We're about ready for first pitch. Lewis Manning, the righty. First pitch to Luis Pelayo. And it just missed low for ball one. First and foremost, you know, the new jerseys tonight. We talked about them a little bit before the game, and, you know, I think it's a cool idea because that one is fouled off, so the count now 1-1. Just curious, you know, what would you guys have to say about the concept of wearing some military appreciation uniforms?
Oh, I definitely love it. I'm glad we're out here supporting it. I love the jerseys. They look great.
And the 1-1 pitch from Manning, hit on the ground to second. Seagraves fields it, ranging in, and the throw on the run is in time for the first out. One away here in the top of the first, just underway. Steamy outside feels around 100 degrees, about 35% humidity, a little bit of wind. That wind is blowing from left field across the diamond to right. You see it with the American flag out there by the Bank West scoreboard. So now will be Hunter Delanoy striding in, playing right field, facing Lewis Manning. And the first pitch misses high. So Caleb, you were on the mound last night. First, we'll go back, I guess, to your performance in your last start before yesterday. Complete game, 1 run, and it wasn't earned, and 15 strikeouts. You just looked like you were in a groove, especially late in that game.
Oh, yeah, I was going. We had our defense going, our offense going. It was just one of those games where everything clicked, everything was perfect. You know, we just rolled through it, kept attacking, came out with the dub.
Just all about having that flow. I assume that's pretty important, you know, having that rhythm and being able to have a commanding tempo. As that one's fouled straight back. Daniel Hab, the catcher, runs out of room, and it will pop up onto that tin roof behind home plate. So the count now 1-2. And so then you started yesterday, you know, just, I guess, initial thoughts on how yesterday went for you in your 3 innings out there.
You know, it was definitely a rough game. It was kind of just a rough day. You know, there were some good pitches. They were just our great hitting team. No matter where the ball was placed, they hit it. You know, they're really one of those teams that they're not going to take those power hits and try to hit it out of the yard every time. They're going to put the bat on ball in.
1-2 breaking ball just fouled off straight back. So what do you learn from an outing like that?
You know, you just got to learn to pick yourself up. Don't hang your head. Don't let it beat you up, because they really are a great team. And you're not going to win every game. You're not going to win every pitch. You're going to go out there and you're going to struggle. It's just times that happens, but it's all about how you learn from it and pick yourself up the next time you go out there.
1-2 taken at the knees for a called strike 3. Lewis Manning punches out Hunter Delanoy for the second out here in the top of the first. It was a sharp-looking fastball there.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Challenged him all the way.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think of Lewis so far and what you've seen from him here in a couple of outings since joining the team?
Oh, he's definitely been good. He's one of those guys that's going to keep you off your edge and change up the timing. He's a great pitcher. He's going to throw strikes and attack.
So now will be Ben Newbert, the designated hitter. First pitch, swinging and ropes it to left field. That will get down and roll to the wall. That'll be extra bases, most likely 2. Newbert cruises into second easily, and that is a stand-up 2-out double for Ben Newbert. You know, one thing also we've really seen from the Saber Dogs, and they showed it there, they're not afraid to be aggressive early on in the counts. You know, if they start to pick up on something, they're going to attack early.
Oh, yeah, they definitely love attack. They see the ball up early and they attack. That's just what they do, and it's been working for them.
Now it is Chris Monroe, and he has been nothing short of a menace. So far this season, leads the league in pretty much every major offensive category: hits, home runs, RBI, runs scored, and total bases. And he's up here in the first inning. First pitch, missed high. What's kind of been your developed scouting report on Chris Monroe here over the 9 or 10 games that we have faced?
A lot of outside fastballs and sliders. It's usually what I've been doing to throw against him, and it's been working so far. He hasn't had any real damage.
Definitely seems like a dead red hitter.
Oh, yeah.
Sits on the fastball. The 1-0 pitch. There's a fastball at the knees, taken for strike 1.
Yeah, as long as you don't leave it down the middle or in, it's usually a tough time for him to hit it.
We'll see what Lewis Manning goes with here. Pretty sure that he's probably aware of that same scouting report of Chris Monroe.
Oh, yeah. We all talk.
6'5", first baseman, big frame, lots of pure power. Manning checks the runner on second and delivers. Breaking ball, missed in the dirt.
You know, Monroe's probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met. I was talking to him yesterday. You know, he's just so nice. Got everything nice to say.
He was the only one yesterday during pregame for the Saber Dogs that was not wearing the jean shorts in BP.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I saw that. He was wearing regular shorts.
I've got to respect that. I feel like it would be so uncomfortable wearing those jean shorts. What did you think of that, by the way?
You know, teams, they do whatever once they're on a roll.
2-1 pitch cranked high in the air out to left center field, but it will hang up there, and Maddox Mueller camps under it and will make the catch after probably about 6 seconds of hang time. So that's a major league level fly ball right there. But nothing doing in the top of the first for the Saber Dogs. They get a 2-out double from Ben Newbert, but he is stranded at second. And so we will take a quick break here and come back for the bottom of the first. 0-0 our score on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Back in here, Hyde Stadium, Ryan Breeden, joined by Caleb Hay, the starter from last night, and the Trappers ace. Not really a title that you probably doned onto yourself, one more or less that the team assigned to you, you know, being the ace. But it's true, you know, you've got the most starts, the most innings pitched, most strikeouts, lead the team in pretty much every major pitching category.
Yeah, you know, it's definitely like one of those honor, like, it's just one of those, you love being called it, you love it. But you definitely gotta put the target on your back. Then you gotta go out there and prove it every game.
We were just talking during this last commercial break about the Saber Dogs starter, Trent Dewey, and you were saying, what did you say to me?
I said I could watch him pitch all day, every day.
And so why is that?
I just love the way he pitches. It's so like just smooth and like he sways, and it's just interesting and loving to watch.
Maybe a little bit deceptive too, you know, changing up the tempo and making it hard to pick up on. You can see that sway for yourself if you're watching the YouTube live stream. If you're listening on River 92.7, I'll do the best I can to paint that picture with my words. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX FM Pierre. Seatbelts save lives, so please buckle up every time. Finally, I have that legal ID paper with me, so I don't have to recite it off the top of my head anymore. We're about ready to go. Let me give you the starting lineups for the Trappers. I realized I have not done that yet. Trevor Seagraves will be leading things off and playing second, followed by Hunter Brown, Tynan Shahidi, Anthony Barraza, Daniel Hab, Connor Bendeck, Maddox Mueller, Colby Rich, and Jacob Griffin. What do you guys think of Trevor Seagraves' walk-up song?
Oh, I love it.
Sweet Escape. You know, it's an old one. It's a song that I remember back from my childhood days.
Oh, yeah. Can't hate it.
Respect it. Who has the best walk-up song on the team? You guys are probably going to say yourselves.
I like mine a lot.
CJ is right next to me. He doesn't have a headset on, but he says he likes his. What's yours again?
Live Your Life by Rihanna.
Oh, yeah, Live Your Life by Rihanna. That's a great one.
I think I got the best one. I got California Girls.
Oh. First pitch of the bottom of the first. Misses low and outside in the dirt. Trevor Seagraves gets ahead in the count. Going to the same school that you do, Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
And that one with another fastball that misses outside the count. 2-0. Trenton Dewey starting to sway the shoulders, getting into his motion, and the 2-0 pitch. And that one gets away for ball 3. Early on in your start yesterday, Caleb, it looked like, you know, for the first couple of batters, you were trying to figure out your control, and it looked like maybe a little bit of it was missing arm side. How do you diagnose that and go through that in your head in real time while you're on the mound?
You know, usually if you're missing arm side, it's usually because you're opening up, the arm's falling behind. So then I just focus on trying to stay more closed and stay closed as long as I can.
So the count now 3-1 to Trevor Seagraves. And the 3-1 pitch hit on the ground to second base. Fielded cleanly, and the throw from Barlow is in time for the first out. The one thing that we know about Trevor Seagraves, a great job of putting the ball in play.
Oh, yeah.
A true contact hitter, you know, perfect guy to have in your leadoff spot. Not going to strike out a whole lot.
Oh, yeah, he always finds a way to put a ball in play.
Now it's Hunter Brown. Shortstop, kind of become the everyday shortstop for the Trappers. Settled in pretty nicely into this number 2 spot in the order as well. First pitch, swinging and roped to the left side and through for a base hit. Hunter Brown aggressive there, first pitch swinging. Roped that one between the shortstop and third baseman. So there's a 1-out base runner for the Trappers. You gotta like the aggressive approach there.
Oh, yeah, I love it. This is definitely what we need.
He's got a first pitch fastball. Now Tynan Shahidi, Tennessee Tech, playing left field today. He was in the lineup in last night's game against the Saber Dogs, and he was responsible for the only 2 hits the Trappers recorded in last night's game. So, of course, kind of need to put him back in the lineup today.
Oh, yeah.
Runner on first, 1-0 count. Dewey, the pitch with the off speed and way out in front of it. So the count now 1-1. Shahidi stands in. The 1-1 pitch incoming. That's hit high in the air to shallow center field, but it will ultimately be camped under and caught out there at short for the second out. So 2 away after that infield pop-up. That will bring up Anthony Barraza. He's got a lot of power. Just needs to figure out how to put it all together. You know, all the pieces are there for Anthony. He's got the body for it. He has the pure strength. He has one of the 5 home runs the team has recorded this year as a pick over to first. Not in time, nothing doing. Try not to get the jersey too dirty out there, Hunter, because we're going to be auctioning these off after the game is over for charity. I heard that we're going to wash them, though, before we sell them.
Oh, yeah.
Hunter Brown takes off. First pitch swing comes up empty. The throw down, not in time. The first thing that I noticed immediately there during our conversation, the team conversation we had with Coach Jamie in the hotel a couple of days ago, he was talking about base running. You know, we've got to be more aggressive. You've got to be more noticed. You've got to take more risks, get larger leads. You know, and Hunter Brown taking off first time he gets on base.
Oh, yeah.
It makes a big difference having a runner on second. A 1 pitch bounced.
Yeah,
Now 1-1.
It definitely does. Because then once you got a runner stealing from first to second, then it changes everything. Then once a ball to the outfield could score him, it just changes the game completely.
It's a good way for the Trappers to manufacture some runs. Dewey taking his time, looking in, and he will step off and look Hunter Brown back to second. And another thing, too, from a pitcher's perspective, it can be distracting sometimes having runners on base, right? And that can take away from your attention of focusing on the batter as that one is hit high in the air out to center field. Actually, will drift out to right. Delanoy is under it, and he will make the catch for the third out. We'll pick back up with our pitcher's conversation with the base running thing when we come back, but 0-0 our score through 1 inning of play. We go to the second here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. How's the live stream going? Not too hard, right? Hyde Stadium. We are through 1 inning of play, and we are tied up at 0. Lewis Manning pitched a scoreless frame in the top of the first. And then after a 1-out base hit from Hunter Brown in the bottom of the first, he was stranded at second. Ryan Breeden here, joined by Caleb Hay. We also have CJ Cumbo kind of lurking behind us, just listening, paying attention. CJ, I don't know what we're going to do when you have to leave and go back home. Here, we'll switch it here. We'll do like a joint interview here. We'll like put the mic right here so you guys can both talk. CJ, go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough time going back home. I'm going to miss the guys here. It's a very good experience, too, being here with these guys.
First pitch of the inning chops off the hands of Jake Barlow, and that will be a foul ball. You were passing around a baseball to have everyone sign it here before today's game. Just want to have something to remember the team by, right?
Yeah, that was my goal. I kind of got to get Jack.
Breaking ball, went with the curveball there and a big swing and a miss.
And that's pretty much, I think I got everybody after that. He just came a little later in the day.
You even wanted my signature.
Yep,
I was like,
you.
No one wants the broadcaster.
Yep, had to.
Count 0-2 here to the leadoff man, Jake Barlow. The 0-2 pitch, off speed, bounced it. The count 1-2. Barlow pretty much has settled into that 5 spot in the order. The 1-2 pitch, fastball taken just below the knees. The count 2-2. Barlow has a couple of home runs to his credit against the Trappers this season, including a grand slam that he hit back in Game 2 of the year between these teams. 2-2 pitch, off speed again, and a nice take there from Barlow. The count runs full to 3-2. We'll see what Lewis Manning goes with for this 3-2 pitch. Looks in, and the 3-2. And that bounced on the plate for ball 4. So Manning was ahead in the count. 0-2, but then loses them. So a leadoff walk. When you have a 3-2 count, Caleb, what are you typically going with?
It just depends on the batter and stuff. Usually, if I'm comfortable, I'll throw a slider to just throw them off, kind of. If not, I'll just tackle fastball.
Depends on the situation, as is the case with a lot of things in this sport.
Oh, yeah.
So after the leadoff walk, runner on first. Seth Delgado, first pitch, swinging, hits it on the ground to Hunter Brown. It could be 2. Second for 1 to first in time. 6-4-3 double play. That was a tailor-made double play ball there, and Hunter Brown fielded it cleanly. Flipped to Seagraves, who threw it across the diamond to Barraza. So now quickly 2 away. I tell you what, Hunter Brown at shortstop, he is something else.
Oh, yeah, he's great. He's great defensively, great offensively, and just all around.
He's a vacuum over there with the glove. So it'll be Ben Lavorsi after the double play. Goes with the curveball there, and it missed low and inside. Lavorsi joined the team pretty late, but made his impact felt immediately. In his first ever game with the team, he homered in his first 3 at-bats. 1-1 chopped foul. The 1-0 chopped foul, now 1-1. That game was on June 12th. 3 for 3 with 3 home runs. This team's got a lot of power.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen that much. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses.
Wow.
Just outside. Looked pretty good, but still early on trying to navigate and discover that strike zone. Manning gets set, and the 2-1. And that one comes back across, goes with the back door. Spots it there for 2-2. What do you think we'll get here from Lewis in this 2-2?
I think he's going to tackle the fastball.
Gonna attack. We'll see. 2-2 pitch incoming. Does go with the fastball. Misses high. Trying to get maybe a swing and a miss there.
Oh, yeah.
Change the eye level, and
Yep.
now you can go with about whatever you want here. Got to make it close, though, in a 3-2. 2 outs, top of the second. Full count. Lewis Manning delivers the 3-2. Popped up, foul out of play.
This is perfect for if you can throw that changeup and control it. This is a perfect changeup situation.
And why is that?
Because usually in a 3-2, you're expecting, batter's expecting fastball. So if you can start that changeup middle, and get it break out, get a good rollover, or even a swing and miss.
Asked a lot of hitters, and Daniel have included, and they say they hate facing the changeup the most out of any pitch. That one's chopped foul, so we will do it over again.
Changeup is definitely one of the hardest pitches to hit. It's also one of the hardest pitches to consistently throw.
Because from a batter's perspective, you know, a changeup out of the hand, it looks like a fastball, and then it just drops.
Oh, yeah.
And you're just left lost, unless you pick it up really early. So you'll do the 3-2 once again here. Pitch number 8 of the at-bat. And the pitch missed up and outside for ball 4. A 2-out walk. We'll put a runner aboard there on first. Now we'll bring up Jesus Rojas. Had himself a good day yesterday. Tripled. Had a base hit. Scored a couple of runs. Taking over the third base duties. One thing that we have seen from the Saber Dogs, you know, their lineup will probably be a bit of a revolving door throughout the year. They've already lost a couple of guys. Cameron Willman, one of their infielders, was signed by Missoula. First pitch to Rojas. Swung on and fouled off. Straight back. The count 0-1. Anyone else on this Saber Dogs team that you think in a couple of weeks may not be here and may be signed elsewhere?
Probably Monroe. I think a couple of their pitchers probably. Probably a couple of the. I think it's the second baseman, number 4.
0-1 pitch goes with the curveball and taken at the shins. The count 1-1. Rojas wearing a Nike Elite sleeve. Those feel very, very middle school era to me. Everyone had the Nike Elite socks. They're like currency in my school. The 1-1 fastball taken there for strike 2. Top of the second. 2 outs, runner on first. The count 1-2. Lewis Manning looking to put up a second scoreless frame right out of the gates here at Hyde Stadium. The 1-2 pitch. Lined into center field. Maddox Mueller is there, camps under it, and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So back-to-back scoreless frames for Lewis Manning right out of the gates here. We will go to the bottom of the second. Still tied up at 0 here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back in here. All righty.
I forgot you're calling the game today, not me.
Hey, no, it's a force of habit. You know, you called 6 games over the course of 3 days. You did a great job, too, from what I heard and from what I listened to. I didn't listen that much. I enjoyed a lot of my
Your
personal
relaxing time
I was
away from baseball.
relaxing, taking a bit of an emotional break. Also went to Oahe Days. That was fun.
Yeah, I didn't get to partake of any of the Oahe days.
It was hot, though.
Well, it was super hot in Sioux Falls. Add 30 degrees to the heat on top of it. For the turf field, it was insane.
That is brutal. You know, one thing I think I texted you this while I was at Oahe Days. I really fully realized how much of a scam a lot of those carnival games are.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, we should say that I'm John Hunt, and he's Ryan Breeden.
Yes.
Because we didn't do the intro thing.
No, hey. Yeah, Ryan Breeden, your voice of the Trappers, joined by John Hunt,
all of a sudden you heard
GM.
a non-player jumping in there and like, who?
Yeah,
Wait, what?
I've had
Who's
an
that guy?
entourage here. I had Caleb
know,
Hay,
you did.
CJ Cumbo. They'll come back in here in a little while. John Hunt, though, for now, here on Military Appreciation Night. The score 0-0 through an inning and a half. Trappers looking to try and get on the board first will be Daniel Hab.
Now, Daniel and I had a discussion.
Okay.
He said one of his parents is from the South and one of his parents is from New York. And I said, is it Hab or Hob? And he goes, it depends. He said, it depends on which parent you ask.
Oh,
so both of us
wow.
are correct.
Wow.
Because I say Hob, and he said he thought it should
First
be like
pitch swinging.
Saab,
First
like
pitch
the
swinging
car.
fouled off.
He said he thought it was like Saab, like the car.
Okay.
But his other parent says Hab.
Which one is it that says Hab? Is it the southern parent or the northern parent? Probably the southern, right?
The southern parent.
So I'm representing the southern parent. You're representing the northern
I
parent.
guess. It was
That's
a
hit on
ground
the ground
ball.
to third. Fielded on a hop. The throw to first is a little bit high, but in time. Monroe reached up the ladder, and they say he was able to bring the foot down for the first out.
That was awful close there. If you could only see the hand motions I was making. And no, I was not using any of my fingers, I promise.
It was emphatic. You were waving it, trying to get the attention of that field umpire maybe. Say, hey, no, listen to me.
Like he's going to hear me up here in the press box. And like he'd even hear me if I was down. I thought so, too. I thought he was off the back. CJ agrees with me.
All right. All right.
It was very close.
First
it was
pitch
a bang,
on the
bang
ground
play.
from Bendex. So Rojas been busy this inning. The throw in the dirt. This one scooped in time.
He dropped
and then
the ball.
Dropped it, and he'll be safe.
That's the right call. He dropped the ball.
Monroe is appealing over, saying, I had it for long enough, and then I dropped it at the last second, and now Michael Kier will come out and discuss as well.
The home plate umpire said, wait a minute, is he changing the call?
Looks like it. Yep, home plate umpire overruled him and called him out.
Wait a minute, what? I don't understand this call because even the home plate umpire made the safe sign initially.
So here's
when Kieran came out of the dugout, and as soon as he got close to him, he said, "Oh no, out."
So here's what happened: the ball hit to third, and it was the throw from Rojas over the third, bounced in the grass, and Chris Monroe had to try and pick it, and he was able to pick it cleanly. But then on the exchange, it dropped out of the glove, and I think that if I had to guess, Saber Dogs coach Michael Kieran was probably saying he made the catch and he dropped it on the transfer.
I didn't even think it was on the transfer. I thought it hit his glove before his hand got in there. The ball fell out. It would be nice to have Souris Valley's replays right now that they had on their broadcast.
Oh, I know, and they had that
days
professional broadcast.
That was a nice broadcast. I give them credit for that. Anyways, two close calls at first, very close calls at first. Both of them went the Saber Dogs' way.
And now Maddox Mueller in a 1-0 count. That one's called a strike. So the count 1-1.
And Maddox, did Maddox get a couple of innings on the mound?
He did, and he
did a good job. I thought he did a great job against these guys on the mound.
3 innings, no runs.
Yeah.
He was fantastic.
And then when I called some games in Sioux Falls, he was patrolling the outfield like actually better than our border patrol down in Texas.
Yeah.
Because he didn't let anything get through.
1-1 swing and a miss. I've come to realize that if a ball is hit out to center field or anywhere in the vicinity, Maddox Mueller will most likely get there. He's kind of like, Kenny Lofton out there. The 1-2 fastball elevated it and is swung through that for strike 3. So the inning is over. 2 ground balls to third and then a strikeout.
And I got my visit in. So, again, I just want to remind the fans, we've got a lot going on in this homestand, 7 games at home in a row. So please come on by Hyde Stadium, and I'll get the shameless plug in. Get your tickets at piertrappers.com.
There it is.
We'll turn it over to the young guys and let them take over. Have a great game, man.
Thank you, John. Always nice having you join us. Even if it is for a short period of time, go back down there and try not to overheat. It's a bit hot, but you know what? He'll get through it. We're through 2 innings of play here. 0-0 our score. Going to the 3rd inning here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Go here in the top of the 3rd inning. A short break there. So we extended with John Hunt a little bit into that half inning. Lewis Manning, first pitch, fastball taken for strike 1. That's the shortstop, Alex Crouch. In there, Ryan Breeden joined by CJ Cumbo now. CJ with the headset on. This is the 2nd time in the last week that you've had it on.
Yeah, and I haven't been up here yet.
Oh, I had you muted. There we go. Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's
that one's hit high in the air out to right field. Camping under that one and making the catch, Jacob Griffin for the first out. There you go. Now the listeners can hear you.
I forgot what I was going to say.
It's amazing how that happens, right? So obviously going home, as we were mentioning, to rehab a little bit, maybe the hamstring, right? Because that's something that's been bothering you since this past spring.
Yeah, I heard it in the spring. Came back a little too early. Heard it again. Missed a large amount of games. And then
Luis Pelayo, first pitch, misses outside. And you've reactivated it twice since you've been here, right?
Yeah, I re-aggravated it, I think the first game of the 2nd week.
It was in Bancroft.
Yeah,
you got a base
Bancroft.
hit, an RBI, and you aggravated it running to first. 1-0 pitch, goes another off speed, but slips and misses high. It's the count 2-0.
And then was it the past week, right?
In Sioux Falls, right?
Yeah, in Sioux Falls.
Wasn't it also another hit?
Another base hit, around at first,
So you've re-aggravated it twice, and both times have been when you've gotten a base hit. That's a base hit there from Luis Pelayo through the right side of the infield.
Yeah, it tends to happen only on first base, which is very annoying. Like, I could round any other base. It's just first base when I stop really quick, and it could pop lightly. It's a very uncomfortable feeling.
You know what the solution is to that? Just never have to be on first. Just hit it far enough to where you can take your time.
That is very true.
Kind of like what I've done to you the last couple of times we played MLB The Show. I've been waiting to mention it and bring it up on the air, and I wanted to wait until the last time that you were here. We've had a couple of matchups on PlayStation and you're on Xbox playing our favorite game, MLB The Show, and you were confident going into that first game, but I kind of brought you back down to earth a little bit, I think. That one's hit well out to deep left. Well, settles in actually a little bit. The wind pushed that straight back, and it was caught out there in left field for the 2nd out. Thought that was going to go a little bit deeper than it did, but it did not. Shahidi was there anyway. 2 outs. Runner on first. Luis Pelayo. Now we'll bring up Ben Newbert. Back to what we were saying, though. What would you like to say as a response?
So the first game came in pretty confident, and then my pitcher just did not perform well. He was missing his spots. Yeah, when that tends to happen, balls go far.
Yeah.
And then second game, pitched the whole staff, and
first pitch swinging, Ben Newbert fouls it off into the Saber Dogs dugout. Look out over there.
Yeah, I pitched my whole staff, and
you had a lead in that second game.
I did have a
lead. I came back
for a few innings, and just lost control of it.
Man. The count 0-1. Lewis Manning against Ben Newbert, and the pitch with a fastball that missed. Maybe they'll say outside. The count 1-1. The other thing I noticed when we played our games, you were the home team for both of them, and you played at Fenway. Is that kind of like just your favorite park to play at, or your favorite park in general?
I like Fenway because it's old, and then
Manning steps off.
It's I like the Green Monster because sometimes it just takes away home runs and then just turns them into base hits against other people. But when it happens to me, I get upset. But it's a lose-lose at that point.
So are you a Red Sox fan or are you a Yankees fan?
Oh, I'm a Yankees fan, which is the odd part.
1-1 pitch, the breaking ball, and dropped it in over the top there for strike 2. 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Runner on first. Lewis Manning looking for another scoreless frame here. He's looked very, very sharp. The 1-2 pitch. Runner takes off. Hit on the ground to third, foul. So when you go home, are you going to keep up with the team? You going to keep watching the games and the live streams, stuff like that?
Yep, I'll be listening to you, watching the games.
All right.
And I'll be texting the team from like day to day, keep up with everybody. Bunch of good guys on this team.
There is. It's a close-knit group.
Yep.
I enjoy traveling with the team. Manning steps off again and looks Pelayo back to first. Are you going to try and win your jersey you're wearing right now in the auction tonight to take it home, or are you going to let someone else do the honors of that?
I think it's better for the fans. So, get close.
1-2 pitch roped into left center field. That will get down for a base hit, maybe more. Shahidi cuts it off. Pelayo is rounding second, heading to third, and he will stop right there. For a second there, it looked like Coach Kieran was going to maybe try and wave him around to score. But Shahidi did a good job of cutting that one off out there and getting it in quickly. So runners now on the corners. 2 outs for Chris Monroe. We've already kind of given our whole spiel about Mr. Monroe. If you were to have a league MVP, so far he would probably be the front runner. And he's in a big spot against your Trappers. Runners on the corners, Lewis Manning on the mound. First pitch was the fastball, and that's crushed to right center field. Jacob Griffin looks back, and it is gone. It was a first pitch fastball. Monroe was ready for it, showed the power to opposite field, and it carried out of here in a hurry. That's home run number 10 on the year for Chris Monroe, and that's a 3-run shot to make it 3-0 Saber Dogs. CJ, you kind of made a face when that ball was hit. Can you maybe put that face into words that are usable over the air?
I'm pretty sure, honestly, that was the first hard hit ball that he's hit to the right side against us so far this year, because all his other hits were from pretty much second base over to third around. So it looks like he made an adjustment.
Indeed, what it looks like, and as a result, it is 3-0. Now Jake Barlow, first pitch swinging on the ground to third, foul.
So much for outside fastballs.
Yeah, Caleb Hay just said so much for the outside fastballs that he was talking about earlier for the game plan for Chris Monroe. Looks like he made an adjustment, at least on that one.
Change ups and sliders.
Change ups and sliders only from now on is what Caleb Hayes says. That's hit on the ground to third, fielded by Colby Rich, but it bounces off the chest, and Hunter Brown scoops it and tries to throw, but not even close to in time. That one just took a bad hop, you know. You think that would go down as a hit or an error, CJ?
I believe that would go down as an error. I mean, it's tough coming from the turf back to the dirt, like back-to-back days. Got to make sure you stay down and get through the ball.
Just took that big hop right into the chest. You know, Colby did what you're supposed to do as an infielder. You wear it off the chest and try to pick it up, but it bounced away from him. Just a bit unlucky. The other thing I noticed, too, Colby Rich at third, he's shifted, at least he was shifted, pretty far down the line, like playing right there against the line in the pick over to first. Nothing doing. Saber Dogs, they really like to pepper the ball just down the lines both ways.
Yep.
They did that a lot against Caleb yesterday. Early on in the game, just goes wide-eyed as I say that. That's hit well to left field from Delgado, but it will die there near the track. And Shahidi makes the catch for the third out, but not before Chris Monroe does some damage. A 2-out, 3-run home run carried over the right center field fence. We will go to the bottom of the third inning. Saber Dogs leading it 3-0 over your Trappers. Here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Stadium. Pierre, South Dakota, the capital of South Dakota. 3-0 our score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers after the 3-run home run from Chris Monroe. CJ, what are you doing, the chicken dance or what?
Doing the chicken dance.
They're doing it down there on the field. Typically do it right around the middle of the third, which is where we're at right now. I don't know. I've always been too embarrassed to really get into dancing or singing in public. I've just always been a very embarrassed person.
Yeah, around the guys I could sing and do little dances, but like around fans, probably not most of the time.
So we are about ready for the bottom of the third inning. Colby Rich will lead it off for the Trappers. I probably should go back to looking at the game notes rather than the NBA draft so far. Who's your team in the NBA?
See, I don't really have a team. I have guys that I like a lot.
Okay, who's your favorite player?
It's going to be Steph Curry and Klay Thompson just because I like how...
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, they like to shoot.
You know, I like Steph,
threes.
and I respect Klay, but Klay hurt me too badly back in 2015. First pitch of the inning to Colby Rich missed low and outside for ball one. Trent Dewey on the mound, swaying from side to side with the shoulders. I really liked what Maddox Mueller was doing on the mound last night, you know, switching it up. And that one runs in near the hands for ball two. You know, he was changing up his leg kick, really swinging around, changing up the timing, just trying to use the art of confusion. And it worked.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job. I think he only let up one run, right?
That's hit out to center field. Pelayo is under it. And he will make the catch for the first out. So Colby Rich flies out to center field for the first out of the inning, and that will bring up Jacob Griffin. What have you guys thought of the overall team approach almost one time through the order?
I feel like we've been more aggressive lately.
Only one strikeout there so far through the first 8 guys.
Yeah, that's our goal. Try to...
You guys struck out 6 times last night.
Yeah.
So you put the ball in play. First pitch to Griffin. Takes it, and it's called a fastball high.
That is.
It's probably one of those that you're okay with taking. You know, don't want to swing at that. It's a called strike one. Dewey, the 0-1 pitch. Fouled off, sliced onto the street. Bounces, one hops, and maybe that rolled into the water. It's the count 0-2. Shorten up here. The 0-2 pitch. Hit on the ground to first and through. Past a diving Chris Monroe for a base hit. It's the second hit of the night for the Trappers. And Jacob Griffin is aboard with 1 out. Nice swing there with 2 strikes. Got a pitch he wanted and drove it through that right side.
Yep, shorten up, put the ball in play.
Talking about that approach, not needing to try and hit a 25-run home run every time that you're swinging, you know. Sometimes just hitting a solid liner or ground ball through the infield will do the job.
You've been trying to cause chaos on the base paths.
Yes.
Big thing.
Exactly right.
We've been trying to put into our game lately.
Trevor Seagraves back up for the second time. First pitch, fouled it off the foot. He might need a second to walk that one off. Bounced it right off of that left toe, it looked like. I feel like that's happened a lot this summer.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know that that's something that happens a decent amount in the game of baseball, but I feel like I have seen that a lot this summer.
Yeah. It happened. I think Will had it happen a few times, right?
I think that's right.
I had it happen once. I know that. Trev's had it happen a couple of times, too.
Pick over to first. Nothing doing, though. You know, there was one that made me laugh. I think that Trevor would probably be okay with me saying this on the air, and I think that he would be okay with it as well. There was one game against these Saber Dogs in Minot where a pitch ran in up near the hands, and I thought that it hit him in the hand, but it turns out that Trevor is an Academy Award-winning actor, as that one's hit to right field, slicing foul, and will not be caught. So the count now 0-2. You know what I'm talking about, CJ,
yep.
right? You're kind of smiling too. Trevor, it ran in and hit the end of the bat, the knob,
yep.
And he acted like it hit him in the hand. An Academy Award needed to be given, and we also needed to give an Academy Award to Coach Jamie for Best Supporting Actor.
Oh, yeah.
Sold that hit by pitch on the hand and got his free base.
Yeah, no, he did a good job acting. You know, when it happens,
I feel like that happens a lot. You know, guys, if you get something that grazes against the jersey or that maybe doesn't quite, you know, you sell it. It's easy. It's an art in this game.
Yeah, I mean, when it happens, you got to do it.
Exactly.
Get a free base.
You got to do it with some conviction. And that's what Trevor did, and it was fantastic. He has an 0-2 count here, runner on. And that's hit in on the infield on the right side. Chris Monroe, the first baseman, is under it, and Trevor Seagraves is going to be doubled off. Jacob Griffin thought there was 2 outs, so he was rounding second and halfway to third, but there was only 1 out. So Chris Monroe just caught it and stepped on the bag, and that's a base running blunder for Jacob. Maybe a little bit too aggressive, maybe forgetting the situation.
Yep. Very
so that's
aggressive.
A double play there. Jacob Griffin maybe got a little bit confused with the outs count. So that will end the 3rd inning. We will go to the 4th. Lewis Manning back out. 3-0 the score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. In here, Hyde Stadium through 3 innings of play. Top of the 4th, 3-0 the score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers. Ryan Breeden joined by CJ Cumbo and Caleb Hay lurking in the background. He was on here for the first couple of innings. We'll probably have another trade-off again at some point, taking advantage of the AC up here in the press box. You know, it's not that much cooler up here, but you're out of the sun.
Yeah, that's a big factor.
So there
Sun
is that.
is beaming.
Oh, it's 86 in here? Oh, my gosh. Caleb just pointed out the thermostat. Oh, man.
I mean,
Steamy. First pitch, fastball missed low at the shins. Count 1-0. The trainer's room next to us feels better than it does in here? Okay. We might have to pick up the equipment and go move it over. Yeah, let's take a quick break and move the equipment. The 1-0 pitch, breaking ball, froze him and taken for strike 1. I think it's probably safe to say that Ben Lavorsi was not expecting a curveball there.
No, he was not. And it's currently, the real feel outside is 98 degrees.
That's brutal. That's brutal. Lewis Manning, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Was that a changeup?
Caleb,
I'm putting Caleb on the spot. Was that a changeup?
I don't know. Hold on, watch me. It looked like a slider.
Okay. It was something.
It was something.
It was in the dirt. It's hard to tell exactly what is being thrown when you're offset a little bit up here, but you can tell the difference between fastball and off-speed. 1-2, and that one was off-speed.
That was the change.
Looked like the changeup there. Missed low and outside the count, 2-2. So would you guys rather be living somewhere where it is, I already know your answer to this, Caleb, somewhere where it's really, really hot or really, really cold?
Really hot because it's always easier to get cooler.
All right, 2-2. Missed low. Count 3-2.
Well, inside.
I don't know. See, here's the
Wait.
thing. When you're outside and it's hot, there's only so many layers of clothing that you can take off.
Yeah, that's very true.
Take it off. You're just getting sunburned by the sun.
Exactly.
See, that's your problem. I don't get sunburnt, luckily.
3-2 pitch bounced for ball 4. So a runner aboard here on the leadoff walk, Ben Lavorsi.
See, I rather the heat, but not the humidity. I feel like the
Humidity is bad.
That ruins everything. Some nice dry heat is
Dry heat is a lot better. I will agree with that. The humidity is not horrible here right now, I don't think. Like 35%.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So after that walk, that was Lavorsi's second walk at as many at-bats. Brings up Jesus Rojas. He is 0 for 1 in the game today. First pitch, missed high, near the eye level. So the count 1-0. As I mentioned earlier, Rojas had himself a pretty good game yesterday in the lineup. Went 2 for 4, a triple, a base hit, 2 RBI, and 2 runs scored. He has a runner aboard here. Fielders pretty much playing at their typical positions. Manning will step off and look Lavorsi back to first base. Rojas, another one of those guys that joined these Saber Dogs later on in the year. 1-0 pitch, and that one slipped. Looked like maybe trying to go with an off speed and just not able to grip it out of the hand on the release. The count 2-0. CJ, when you leave here, what are you going to miss most, other than like the people? What are you going to miss most about this place of Pierre?
Just the atmosphere is just nice and like relaxed. Like back home, sometimes it can get amped up.
Hit on the ground. Seagraves lays out but cannot get there through the right side for a base hit. So the runners now on first and second. Seagraves, it looked like, was squeezed a little bit more towards that second base bag, trying for a double play.
Now batting for the Saber Dogs, the shortstop.
And so Rojas just kind of grounded one through that right side, and Seagraves could not get there. So now Lavorsi is on second, and Rojas is on first. Brings up Alex Crouch. Runner in scoring position. Another man on first. Nobody out. Top of the fourth. First pitch. Squares to bunt and gets it down. And Colby Rich tries to watch it, and it just stays fair the entire way. So that is a bunt single. Off the bat there, you know, it looked like it might roll foul, but then it kind of took a bit of a hop and just stayed true down the line the whole way, and Colby Rich really couldn't do anything with it but watch it.
It was a good idea on paper, just didn't come out his way.
And so now bases loaded with nobody out. That brings up Luis Pelayo. So what do you try to do here as an infield? Obviously, you've got the corners playing in up near the grass, and you have the middle infield kind of still playing at that double play depth. What's the objective in this at-bat?
Just make sure of the first out.
That's hit into center field, and that will get down for a base hit, so that out will not be recorded. 1 run will score. They're going to send Rojas around third, and there's no throw in. And so that is a 2 RBI single from the leadoff man, Luis Pelayo. That extends the lead to 5-0 for the Saber Dogs. First pitch swinging. He was aggressive.
Very aggressive, and he's very good with the bat.
I would argue that of everybody on the Saber Dogs, I know that Chris Monroe leads the team in stats, obviously. I would argue that of everybody on the Saber Dogs, that from at-bat to at-bat, Luis Pelayo has the best approach and discipline of anybody in their lineup.
Yeah, I believe so.
Would you agree with that, Caleb?
Oh, yeah.
Caleb says, oh, yeah. Runners on first and second, nobody out. 2 runs have scored here in the top of the 4th. Hunter Delanoy first pitch fouled off to the left side. And I heard that hit a car. You could hear the thud from that up here. Oh, boy.
Poor car.
Oh, man. Oh, man. I want to know what the damage is on that. Heather, don't worry. It's not my car, I promise. My car is not even close to being in danger. Actually, you know what? I wonder if I might have got pegged by... No. I wasn't... I'm in the right field, so I was wondering if maybe Chris Monroe's home run hit my car, but no.
You are in...
I'm over there by the batting cages.
Yep. That's
Off-speed misses.
That could be in
Got one
danger.
on one. Nah, we're good. I'm behind the nets. See, so if something goes there, it would have to be absolutely crushed for it to go to my car. So if that happens, I just have to accept it.
That is very true.
The 1-1 pitch incoming from Lewis Manning. Misses outside. My producer, Heather Williams, texted me and asked if I could hear her worry. I just had a feeling, Heather, that you were worried about my car. It's one of the things that she texts me before every single game that we have. She says, make sure you have water, which I'm holding in my hand right here. And she says, make sure that your car is safe. And that one misses up and outside for ball 3. So I have a quick question for Caleb here. I'm gonna put this, move it over so that Caleb can answer. Caleb, here in these last 2 innings, you know, Lewis got out to a hot start, 2 scoreless frames, then the Saber Dogs have kind of rallied here. What's changed? Is it just the Saber Dogs being the Saber Dogs, and second time through the order they've kind of figured something out?
Yeah, I definitely think, like, for the first, like, inning or 2, they're definitely going to be a little off. But once they get going again and once they see the pitcher second or third time around, once they get going, they're hot. Like, there's no stopping them. Once they start, they just keep going.
They're a team that is able to adjust, and how much of that has to do with experience and age playing the game? Because a lot of these guys, you know, seniors, graduates, stuff like that, how much of that experience plays into that?
Oh, yeah, it definitely changes. It changes everything, because then you got guys on there like 26 that are like 5th-year senior graduates that are about to get drafted or looking to get drafted. Like, it just changes everything.
So bases loaded, nobody out. Again, this time Ben Newbert, first pitch swinging. Straight back. That will land out of play. You could hear that one thud off the top of this press box up here. So I assume the answer to the question remains the same, CJ, of what do you hope for in this at-bat? Just trying to get that first out.
Yep, that's the big thing.
The 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did not go around, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's a called strike 2. This would be a big strikeout for Lewis Manning. It's still within reach, 5-0. But, you know, these 3 runs that are on base really make a difference. The 0-2 and a punch out, strike 3 with the off speed and got Ben Newbert looking. He wasn't happy about it, but it's not really up to him anyway. It's up to that home plate umpire. He thought it was a strike. Lewis Manning gets the call. So that is the first out of the inning. I'll bring up Chris Monroe. 3-run home run, an inning ago. And I would be shocked if we see a fastball here, let alone first pitch.
Yeah, so would I. I would not throw a fastball anywhere near the zone. If I do, it would be either in the dirt.
Bases loaded, first pitch, breaking ball, and yep, there you go, way out in front. Looked like maybe that slider. And Chris Monroe could not help himself.
Yeah, you got to try to make him get himself out at some point.
Count 0-1. Top of the 4th, 5-0. Bases loaded. The 0-1 pitch goes with another off speed and bounced it in front of the plate. I think you're willing to live with that. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7, KGFX, FM Pierre. Doesn't matter how far, just belt up. Lewis Manning needs to belt up here and come up with something. Try and get Chris Monroe. As I mentioned, a 3-run home run in his last at-bat. And an opportunity to do more damage. 1-1 pitch, fastball. And that one just missed low. And you can see the visible frustration from Lewis Manning there, you know, wanting that call because it looks like it should be a strike.
Yeah, from our view, it looked like it was there. Danny also thought it would be a strike, too. He's not happy with the call.
So the count 2-1. Infield shifted to the left, and the pitch off speed and out in front of it, in the air, out to left. Shahidi camps under. We might have a play at home. Runner tags up, and they'll just throw all the way in, and the tag nearly there, and they'll say that it did get him in time. So it was a close play at the plate. Alex Crouch tagged from third. Tynan Shahidi made a nice throw, and it looked like Colby Rich was going to cut it off at third, but instead stepped out of the way and let it bounce all the way to the plate on one hop. And it was a nice catch and tag on the back from Daniel Hab. So that's a good way to get out of the inning. You know, they have bases loaded, nobody out. And yes, they scored 2, but then they get into that same situation again, and then you don't give up any more runs. It's a big confidence boost maybe for Lewis and for the team. The offense needs to rally now. 5-0 our score after that double play on the throw home from Tynan Shahidi. We go to the bottom of the 4th here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Stadium, 5-0 our score. Ryan Breeden, CJ Cumbo next to me, and Caleb Hay off in the distance as well. CJ, Trappers infielder who is enjoying his last couple of days before going home to rehab and rest up and try to be ready for this upcoming spring.
Yep, sadly.
And then Caleb Hay, Trappers ace, who was on the mound yesterday. So it will be Hunter Brown who will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th. He is 1 for 1. Had a base hit through the left side of the infield in his first at-bat. He was first pitch swinging, actually. Still facing Trent Dewyer. Dewyer so far, 3 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, and just 1 strikeout. First pitch to Brown, swinging. Pulled the string on him, though, and got him out in front. Count 0-1. Dewyer swaying the shoulders back and forth and transitions into the pitch. Swing and a miss once again. Like maybe a changeup there. So the count 0-2 to the Trappers shortstop. Hunter Brown probably routinely the unluckiest on the team when it comes to putting the ball in play, and that one's taken for a called strike 3 on a fastball. So that is 1 away.
Yeah, he hit a lot of balls hard, just directly at people. That tends to happen in baseball.
Now batting for your Trappers.
How do you try and get the baseball gods back on your side? Change up routine, do a different ritual. What do you like? What is it?
Everybody has their different superstitions, and sometimes you just got to change it up once in a while. and it'll work.
Tynan Shahidi, that one bounces for ball 1. While we were in Bancroft, he changed his cleats from the green New Balance to the blue Nikes to try and end his hitless streak that he had going. It was like 0 for 22, and he got a hit in that game. But then immediately the day after, changed it back to the green ones. Someone's got to tell Hunter, you got to wear the blues. You changed it, and it worked. You got to go back to it. That one missed Ty for ball 2.
Yeah, I don't know. Just everybody has their different superstitions. You get a hit, you think it'll fix everything. Sometimes it just doesn't work. You just gotta not press and relax. Things will happen.
The count 2-0, and the pitch. There's a fastball that misses down. What do you think of this strike zone so far today, just in general?
It's not that bad. I mean, it's around the zone.
It feels like
it's not something I would like.
It feels like neither pitcher is really getting the spots low in the zone, down by the knees.
Yeah.
Just 3-0 pitch. There's a called strike.
So that one was down the middle.
Yep. So now the 3-1. And the pitch. That one bounced for ball 4. So Shahidi reaches on the walk. So a 1-out base runner. That will bring up Anthony Barraza. He's 0 for 1 with a pop-up into center field in his first at-bat.
The first baseman, number 18, Anthony Barraza.
We'll see what Anthony can do here in this at-bat with a runner aboard. Infield playing in double play depth. Alex Crouch and Jake Barlow, the Saber Dogs middle infield. First pitch, bounced it. Good stop there from Livorsi to keep Shahidi at first. One and 0 the count. And the pitch. That's hit well out to deep center field. Back at the wall, and it is out of here. Goodbye home run, Anthony Barraza. Straightaway center.
Great
One of the
piece.
deepest parts of the yard. And that one just snuck over that high wooden fence in center field. Initially, I couldn't even tell if it was gone.
A little wall grazer, but a great piece.
A great swing from Barraza, and I know that one feels great. His second home run of the year. That's a 2-run shot, and that cuts into the deficit 5-2 now. Just a fantastic swing from Barraza. He was ready, got a fastball he could handle, and hit it right back up the middle with some power. The count 1-0 here to Daniel Hab after the 2-run home run. Anthony Barraza. Now we will have a quick mound visit after the home run and then a first pitch ball to the Trappers catcher, Daniel Hab. Trent Dewyer, suddenly things have turned on him a little bit in these last 3 batters he has faced. Still nothing going on in the Saber Dogs bullpen. So I think we're still probably a ways away from Dewyer getting pulled. Still not even thrown 40 pitches yet. It'll be pitch number 40 for him after this visit.
Yeah, coach is probably telling him to relax, reset after the home run. It happens.
So we will see if he can reset. He's facing Daniel Hab. He's been hot with the bat as of recent. He's 10 for his last 24 at the plate, a couple of 3-hit games. He has 4 multi-hit games. And the pitch, that one missed low. So the count 2-1. Nobody aboard. 5-2 the score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers. 2-1 pitch. There's a fastball taken for a strike. Just above the knees. Hab has a lot of speed for a catcher. Leads the team so far this summer with 5 stolen bases. He had 16 this past year, and that one's lined into center field, and that will get down for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting there, and a 2-strike count. Jacinto right back up the middle. So now another runner aboard here for the Trappers.
Great piece of hitting.
Shortened up.
Yep, shortened up, stay through the middle.
I know Coach Jamie is happy with those last 2 swings from his Trappers. Barraza and Daniel Hab. I'll bring up Connor Bendeck. Grounded out in his first at-bat. Has a runner aboard and the pick over. Nothing doing, though. So there you see it again, you know. Danny gets aboard and trying to get a big lead. Try and get inside the head of Trent Dewar. And the first pitch squares to bunt, but pulls back, and it's taken for ball 1. You like the bunt idea there?
It's not a bad idea. You just got to make sure you get it down in a spot that can't get you out or the runner in first.
Runner takes off, squares to bunt, but pulls it back, and the throw to second is in time. So Daniel Hab tagged on the back there while sliding in.
Not happy.
A little frustrated with that. That's the second out of the inning.
Looked like he got his hand in there before he got tagged on the back, but
If only we had replay, right?
if only we had replay. Do we have replay?
No, we do not have replay.
No. I don't know.
I don't even remember if that was a ball or a strike. The pitch, swing, and a miss. It's the count, 2-1.
I think it was 1-2.
Is it 1-2? With the way he is going? Yeah, I think it is
so.
1-2.
That's why I looked up here.
Yeah. So the count is 1-2 because that stolen base attempt from Daniel Hab was called to strike on the throw. 1-2 pitch, missed low. So when you go back to that stolen base attempt where Daniel Hab is tagged out at second, with it being a called strike to Connor squaring to bunt, is part of that was it like a designed like bunt and run type of thing and it just didn't happen that way, or?
Yeah, it's like a way to protect your runner, like a hit and run, bunt and run type thing. At some point, you're just trying to keep the catcher as far back as you can so he doesn't come through and get a great throw off.
So the count full at 3-2, 2 outs here, bottom of the 4th. Dewar, the payoff pitch, and a swing and a miss, and Bendeck was off balance there, and he's holding his calf on that right leg. There was an awkward slip there. Looks to be in a little bit of pain. We'll have to keep that monitored as well. He's DHing in the game today, but we'll see if he's able to power it out, and maybe come back for his next at-bat, or if he has to get replaced trying to walk it off right now. We'll take a quick break and come back for the 5th inning. The 2-run home run from Anthony Barraza cuts into the deficit. 5-2 the score here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. joined here in the box. I had CJ Cumbo just a moment ago, but now I have Caleb Hay back on the headset for the second time here in the game. It's a bit of a revolving door. Lewis Manning back out for his 5th inning. 5-2 the score. Trappers trailing it, but they were able to cut into that deficit with a 2-run home run from Anthony Barraza. Jake Barlow will lead it off. First pitch of the inning, swing and a miss. Caleb, any thoughts that you have had watching these last couple of innings since you were back here with the headset on?
We're definitely attacking better. Our approaches look...
Line up the middle for a base hit. Got a fastball now near the belt. Was able to just drive it right back up the middle, so a leadoff single for Jake Barlow.
You know, this team's, they're aggressive. They're going to attack early, but they're also super smart with their what they swing at, when they swing. Like, they're just all around a good team.
Just 3 strikeouts so far for the Trappers lineup. Done a better job of putting the ball in play. Something that coach has emphasized as well. Lewis Manning has gone 4 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. Facing Seth Delgado now. First pitch breaking ball gets away, and the throw down to second, and it might be in time, and they will say not in time. I think that Seagraves might have dropped the ball there on the tag. Looked like they might have had Jake Barlow dead to rights, but unable to squeeze it there, I think. So that will go down as a stolen base. Runner on second now. Nobody out. The count 1-0. Seth Delgado in left field today. He is 0 for 2. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The count 1-1. That one was down near the knees. Lewis Manning into try and keep this at a 3-run deficit. And the 1-1 pitch incoming to Delgado. Breaking ball sliced foul off there on the ground to the left side. It's the count now 1-2. Again, 5-2 our score, top of the 5th inning. And around this time of night, Caleb, how big of an impact does the sun and these shadows have on a pitcher, but then also a batter? Because there's some shadows there between the mound and home.
It definitely messes with it just from going.
That one's roped into left field. That will get down for a base hit. Barlow will remain at third, but then a misplay from Shahidi, and that will allow for Barlow to score. And the throw into second, not in time. So that will probably go down as a base hit and an error out there in left from Shahidi. That allowed for Barlow to score. He initially was going to hold up at third. That was a bit awkward. I couldn't tell if, maybe it rolled through his legs, if the cleat got stuck from Shahidi. But something happened, and the ball ended up rolling right past him.
I don't know.
So that makes it 6-2. Runner on second base for Ben Lavorsi. He's walked both times that he has been up there. First pitch swinging into shallow right field. Jacob Griffin comes in and cannot make the play. Delgado will advance to third, and on the throw home, Lavorsi will take second. There's a base hit. That'll be a single with an advancement to second on the throw in. It looked like Delgado was locked in, staying at third all the way, but the throw all the way home from Griffin allowed for Lavorsi to advance to second base, and that's a big deal because that takes out the double play. Puts another runner in scoring position, still nobody out. Top of the 5th. That will bring up Jesus Rojas. 1 for 2 with a run scored, and he is in a fantastic RBI spot here. So if you're Lewis Manning, what is the approach in this at-bat? Are you just trying to get a strikeout?
Strikeout, weak pop-up, just strikeout or weak contact is definitely a big goal in this. Nothing too damagey or too hard hit.
See what he goes with on the first pitch. Goes the off-speed, and that is hit softly on the ground. Colby Rich fields, and the throw on the run, and is scooped by Barraza at first. A fantastic play. So there you go, your weak contact. Nice play on both ends of that. Colby Rich fielding and throwing on the run, and Anthony Barraza there to pick him up at first with the pick.
Oh, yeah, that was all around clean. Just great to watch.
So 1 out now. And I will bring up Alex Crouch. He is 1 for 2 in the game. 2 nights ago, he was 4 for 5 in the Saber Dogs win, but then last night he was held hitless, the only Saber Dog who did not have a hit last night. Runners still on second and third. First pitch, there's a fastball right down the pipe for a called strike one. Same philosophy here for Lewis Manning.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get weak contact, maybe a strikeout.
Anything weak, little ground ball.
The count 0-1. That's hit on the ground, and Seagraves dives to try and make the play, but cannot, and it skips away, and that will allow for both runs to score. It was a tough play deep there behind the first base bag, and Seagraves tried to lay out and keep it in front. And I think that his whole goal with laying out was to try and at least keep it on the infield and keep that second run from scoring. But on the bounce there, it bounced off his glove and rolled away, and that ultimately did allow for that second run to score. So, not really anything that Seagraves could do there at second. That's definitely a base hit.
Oh, yeah, that was just great play.
Scores both of the runs. So it is now 8-2. Saber Dogs leading it. First pitch to Pelayo, missed at the shins. And that looked like someone who was just aware of what the umpire has been calling and saying, I'm going to take this pitch because he's probably going to call it low.
Oh, yeah, he's not liking that low pitch at all today.
How frustrating is that for a pitcher when you're out there and you're not getting the call that you want?
Oh, it's terrible. It definitely drives you crazy.
1-0 pitch, missed up and outside. But you have to try and keep those emotions and keep those frustrations mostly internal, right? Because if the umpire sees that, they're going to probably squeeze the zone on you even more.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely hard because you don't want to show, you don't want to make the umpire mad or anything at you because then it could.
2-0 pitch hit on the ground to second. Seagraves fields, and it will be Manning who covers it first and makes the catch and steps on the bag for the second out. Runner advances up to second base, but 2 away now. Saber Dogs offense has come alive here in these last 3 innings after being held scoreless in the first and second. It was 3 runs in the third on that 3-run home run from Chris Monroe, and then 2 runs in the fourth, and now 3 runs in the fifth. And another one out there in scoring position with 2 away. Hunter Delanoy 0 for 2. He is 1 of 2 in this Saber Dogs lineup that does not have a hit. It is just Hunter Delanoy and Seth Delgado. Manning taking his time in the first pitch. Bounced it for ball 1. Maybe some action starting to warm up down in the Trappers bullpen. Looks like could be Parker Lewis down there getting stretched out with the band.
Yeah.
Lewis Manning pitch count up to 83. It's about to be 84. One-0 count, Hunter Delanoy, the lefty. And the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball. Tried to come inside with it, but did not get the call there. So the count 2-0. This is the first of a 7-game homestand here at Hyde Stadium. Tomorrow it will be the Red River Pilots who will be here for 3 games. 2-0 pitch, hit on the ground to first, and Barraza fields and will just take it himself. A nice play. That one was hit on the screws, but able to come up with it and get out of the inning. So 3 runs do score for the Saber Dogs, but it stops at that. We will go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Trappers trailing 8-2 here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. In here to Hyde Stadium, Ryan Breeden, your voice of the Trappers. Caleb Hay next to me. 8-2 the score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers. Maddox Mueller will lead things off in the bottom of the 5th. CJ Cumbo is up here along with us, but he just went downstairs to go and get some food from the concession stands.
Oh, yeah.
You said you wanted some nachos, right?
I did want some nachos.
All right, all right. I told CJ to just surprise me. So who knows what I'm going to get when we come back up here.
Nacho hot dog, apparently.
Nacho hot dog. Oh, man, let's do it. Let's get weird.
Not sound good at all.
No, that does not sound good. Do you prefer a hot dog over a burger?
Nope. Burger all day.
All righty.
I'm a big burger guy.
All right. What makes a good burger?
Juicy, some good seasoning. Just all around, just gotta have a little flavor.
Are
to
you
it.
a big condiment guy, or you like being minimalistic?
Yeah. Nope, I'm big condiment
So you're loading
guy.
up with the onions.
I don't like onions.
Okay, so I said the first thing that you don't like. First pitch to Mueller, and that one skips away.
Usually what I put on a burger is about so I'll put some like lettuce, some avocado, some bacon, some grilled onions, some barbecue sauce. I don't know if I already said that.
No, you didn't say that yet.
That's probably about all.
All right, the 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. Count 1-1, Maddox Mueller. Speedy center fielder.
Oh yeah, Maddox got to be quick.
He's 0 for 1 in the game. You know, I see over there at third that Rojas is playing pretty far back. Do you maybe consider trying to square down to bunt here?
Oh, definitely.
There's a lane right there. You can see it on that left side of the
yeah.
infield. Rojas is playing way back. If Mueller were to use that speed, he could definitely beat one out. The count 2-1. And the pitch, and that one's just lined into shallow right field, and that will be caught by Delanoy ranging in. Nearly had to lay out for it.
What?
Initially, I thought that was going to get down.
Well, it's in there.
But it did not, so a nice play from Delanoy to read it well off the bat for the first out. CJ has returned, and he's brought nachos. All right. I'll have to wait until after half innings to eat this. That way you guys aren't hearing what I'm eating. So now will be Colby Rich,
Well,
0 for 1 in the game. And the pitch, swing and foul straight back.
Figure it out. Get the gears turning.
So the count 0-1, 1 out here. Bottom of the 5th, 8-2 the score. Trappers trailing it against the Saber Dogs. I'll unmute you now, Caleb.
Oh, was I muted?
Yeah,
Ah,
I muted you for a second.
appreciate that.
A 1, swing and a miss on a fastball high. So the count 0-2. Colby Rich, 244 batting average on the year. Puts him at the 8th best on the team. 0-2 pitch, missed high. So the count 1-2, pretty much no wind whatsoever here in the stadium anymore. And the pitch, and it is called strike 3 up in the zone, and it's a dropped third strike and thrown out at first. That's a rough call for strike 3.
Wow.
That's a rough one. You know, you could hear from the crowd mic, you could hear the audible reaction from the Trappers dugout. That was rough.
That looked high. He didn't even catch it. That was all around. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless.
Nothing you can really do about it. 2 outs. Jacob Griffin up now. First pitch missed high. It goes back to Coach Jamie's motto, you know, control the controllable.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of those that, like, you can't really control it where the ump is calling it for strikes. Jacob Griffin will step out. He leads the team in RBI, total bases, and extra base hits. 1-0 pitch, chopped foul to the right side. So Griffin has a lot of gap-to-gap power. He's one of those guys that he'll get you his extra base hits. He'll drive in some runs. He'll have a batting average around the 260, 270, 280 area. Count 1-1. And the pitch from Dwyer got him way out in front of that one. The off speed. Adam Jason, so the count 1-2. 4 hits for the Trappers, 11 for the Saber Dogs. I would assume Lewis Manning will go back out for the 6th.
I'd assume so. He's not doing that too bad. He's still keeping it together. It's a close
1-2
game.
pitch, and looked like a change up there that got him swinging and missing. So Jacob Griffin goes down on strikes, and that will end the 5th inning. Trappers scoreless. There in that frame. Go down in order 1, 2, 3. We will go to the 6th. Saber Dogs leading it 8-2 over your Trappers, and indeed Lewis Manning will go back out there for the 6th inning. But first we'll take a break here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Lewis Manning ready to throw the first pitch of the inning to Ben Newbert, and he fouls it off straight back. Top of the 6th inning, 8-2 the score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers. Ryan Breeden here. Caleb Hay next to me. We're trying to eat our nachos between half innings.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to eat while you're talking on the air because, you know, that just creates a whole mess.
Oh, yeah,
One breaking ball popped up on the infield in foul ground. Barraza ranges over near the fence, and he makes the catch. Leaning over that brick wall out there, lays out the glove and snags it right next to the kids that are sitting out there on the hill. That's a heck of a catch for Anthony Barraza.
I'm glad no kids started jumping and catch it.
We would have had a Steve Bartman situation all over again.
Well, the bad boy got hit with the ball earlier.
Really?
Yeah, they were playing catch and
Oh, no.
thought he was going to get it.
Ben Newbert was probably thinking, where's Bartman when you need him?
Yeah.
Give me another chance, please. Does not get that chance.
I didn't think it was going to be that close.
I didn't either. First pitch to Monroe, line into left center field. That will be extra bases. Looked like an off-speed pitch, and he waited back for it and drove it into the left center field gap. Monroe has 2 easily. Cruz is in there with a stand-up double. Looks like he made another adjustment.
Oh, yeah, he's doing good.
Looked like a slider.
I think that was a slider, a little off-speed, a little...
Waited back and just drove it into the gap.
Oh, yeah.
That's why he leads the team, leads the league in home runs, hits, RBI, every major stat that you mentioned.
Oh, yeah, he definitely has got to know that every time he comes up, he's got to be getting more off-speed than he does fastball with how good he's been hitting and the power he's got.
Yep. 100%. So after that one-out double, that will bring up Jake Barlow. Lewis Manning. First pitch missed up near the hands, and Barlow has to walk out of the box there. Dusted him off on that one. Lewis Manning had exactly 90 pitches. A decent chance this will be his last inning of work. Barlow 1 for 2 with a run scored and a walk. He's ahead in the count 1-0. And we'll have a called time. A late called time. Lewis Manning was starting to make his motion towards the plate.
Yeah, you can see the batter tapping his chest, like saying, my bad.
Does that frustrate you as a pitcher, getting called time that late?
It sucks when you're getting going midway through your pitching routine, your wind-up, whatever, and call time just like that.
So we'll do the 1-0. And the breaking ball hit into center field. Maddox Mueller ranges to his right, camps under it, and makes the catch running in for out number 2. Monroe stays at second base. So a fly out to center field for Jake Barlow. And that brings up Seth Delgado. 2 outs, runner on second base. 8-2 our score. Delgado 1 of 2 in the lineup for the Saber Dogs to not record a hit. 0 for 3. A run scored, so he has reached safely on a fielder's choice. Lewis Manning taking his time, changing up his speeds. First pitch, breaking ball, swing and a miss. It's looked like Lewis has had some pretty good command of his breaking ball today.
Oh, yeah. He's looking really good. He's not pitching bad. He's pitching good. They're just finding ways to put the ball in play and get on base. It's what they do best.
So the count 0-1. The pitch, that one spiked in the dirt, but a good block there from Daniel Hab. I was talking about this with John Hunt up here a few innings ago. Did you know that Daniel's last name can be pronounced 2 different ways?
Yep.
One of his parents says Hab and one says Hab.
Yeah, when we were talking about that, he was saying how one side of the family says it one way and the other side of the family says it another way. So truly, he said that he has no idea which way it's truly said.
So does he have a way that he prefers to say it? That one gets away.
I think he says ha.
So we got 2-1.
I don't remember exactly. I think he says it both ways just because both families says it.
I'll have to ask him after the game or next time he comes up here. I'll have to say, which way is your default to say it?
Yeah, I'll definitely have to ask him.
It's the count 2-1. 2 outs, top of the 6th. Chris Monroe on second. Seth Delgado at the plate. We've had some long pauses between pitches. Another one here. Manning taking his time there in the 2-1. That one bounced away as well. So 3 misses in a row in the dirt for Lewis Manning. Lewis Manning looking to pitch a 0 here in the top of the 6th. Has not done that since the 2nd inning. The 3-1 pitch. And that misses high for ball 4. So a 2-out walk. Runners on first and second. That will bring up Ben Lavorsi. He's walked twice. Has a base hit. Has scored 2 runs. So he's reached safely in all 3 of his trips to the plate. Two runners aboard. 12 hits for the Saber Dogs. 4 hits for your Trappers. First pitch. That one missed. Is this a smart time call from Daniel Hab to go talk to Lewis?
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. He's definitely been a little in his head, probably a little off just from the walk and then the double, you know, and coming back, throwing a first pitch in the dirt. It's definitely time to go up there, just let him just get out of his head, just calm down, relax.
So when you have a mound visit out there from a catcher, what are you looking for them to say to you?
Usually just calm you down, slow you down, because usually once you're like a little rough like that, you start working faster, start getting in your head. You know, just for them to go up there, just slow you down, keep you like, just help you get back into it.
Mm-hmm. So the mound visit is over. Manning is ready for the 1-0 pitch to Ben Lavorsi, and the 1-0. Hit out to right field. Griffin on the move. He is under it and makes the catch for the 3rd out. So that will end the inning. Saber Dogs scoreless in the top of the 6th. Score remains 8-2. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Here, Hyde Stadium, 8-2 our score. Over this last half inning, our GM, John Hunt, just gave away 2 tickets on Denver Air Connection, a trip for 2 to Denver. It's interesting. You ever been to Denver, Caleb?
I have. Actually, that was where my plane stopped from California.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess the only place, I think that, isn't that the only place that this Pierre Airport flies between? Isn't it just Pierre to Denver and back?
I think so.
Yeah. The Denver airport's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stories about it, like saying all sorts of stuff. And CJ Cumbo says there's definitely something underneath there. Who knows? probably right.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor Seagrave's first pitch swinging in the air out to shallow right field, and avoiding the collision, Delanoy makes the catch. Looked like he might collide with Jake Barlow, but does a good job of communicating and calling him off. So Trevor Seagraves, again, you know, he puts the ball in play. That's what he does.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely good at that. Loves putting the ball in play. He's good at it. Keeps the defense, the pressure on them.
Flies out to right field, and the first pitch of the inning here in the bottom of the 6th. And now Hunter Brown, he is 1 for 2. One of the 4 hits the Trappers have to their credit tonight. That one bounces and skips away for ball 1. So Caleb, are you a big MLB guy? Like, do you have a team that's yours?
Oh, yeah, Dodgers.
Dodgers.
All the way.
Oh, wow.
I even had
1-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
when we first moved into our house, we actually built my room because my room wasn't supposed to, there in the beginning. We had a game room, and it was supposed to be like a storage room kind of thing, and we split it in half.
1-1 taken for strike 2 on the off speed.
And we made half of it a game room and half of it my room.
Okay.
And I actually made my carpet turf, like the fake grass.
Really?
And my walls were painted blue, white, and gray for the Dodgers.
So like Die Hard.
Oh, Die Hard Dodgers.
Wow. Okay. So how are you feeling about the Dodgers this year with that super team they've got? 1-2 hit on the ground to third. Rojas fields and spins and throws and in time. Did a little 360 spin there before making the play. You know, subtle, but I can appreciate it from Jesus Rojas, the Saber Dogs third baseman. So 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th. That brings up Tynan Shahidi.
Yeah, I'm excited with the Dodgers this year. We definitely got a stacked lineup. Definitely great guys all the way around. I think we had 5 bombs today, 5 home runs today in this game against the Reds. I think they were playing.
You're going to have to beat out the Yankees.
Oh,
who look like
we got it.
They are insanely good right now. Tynan Shahidi swinging a miss. CJ Cumbo there saying that he does not think they will.
Yankees smankies.
CJ is a Yankees fan, and Caleb's a Dodgers fan. It's perfect.
Yankees just got Judge. I'll admit, Judge is going off this year.
Yeah, he is.
Well, they have like 28
Breaking
bombs.
ball taken for strike
27.
2. So the count 0-2. Yeah, they're pretty good. You know, I don't think my Cardinals really stand a chance to try and beat one of those 2. You know.
Paul Goldschmidt's doing good this year.
Yeah.
Paul Goldschmidt's going off.
MVP maybe.
Oh, yeah, he definitely underrated player.
Dewey the 0-2 pitch and in the dirt, swung on for dropped third strike, and the throw to first is in time. So
Yeah.
the Trappers go down in order. Here in
I
the
was
bottom
looking
of
at
the
a
6th.
post on Instagram about Paul Goldschmidt, about how his stats are so high, and yet nobody talks about him.
It's how it is every year. He's underrated every single year. It's crazy.
He really is. He's doing. I was looking at stats. I think he's batting over 300.
He's like batting 330.
Yeah, just crazy.
It's insane. You know, his batting average almost as high as the Saber Dogs as a team. The team's batting average is 381.
That's crazy.
For the Saber Dogs. That's not real. That's like some video game numbers.
That's unbelievable.
We'll see that Saber Dogs offense here in a moment. They'll be facing a new pitcher, Parker Lewis. We'll take a quick break, though, and head to the top of the 7th. 8-2 the score here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Here, Hyde Stadium, Parker Lewis on the mound for the Trappers, already ahead in the count 0-1 to Jesus Rojas. A 1 pitch. That one misses low and outside. Ryan Breeden. CJ Cumbo next to me now, switching the headset once again for, I believe, the 4th time.
Yeah, we've been doing like every 2 innings about, right?
That one's hit on the ground to short. Hunter Brown fields it on the move, the throw on the run, and in time. He makes that play look so easy, but I can assure you that that is not an easy play.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just got to make sure you keep your eye on the ball the whole time. Try to read the hop.
And then throwing it on the run, too, like that's a lot harder than you think as well. You know, your feet aren't set, you're moving, and so you're having to, like, take into account your forward momentum and try to, like, throw against it.
Yeah, so what we usually try to do is throw it to the
first pitch to Alex Crouch, misses low.
To the arm side of the first baseman a little bit, like about a step to the right of the first baseman.
And then hope it comes back, right?
Yep, and then it leaps back over because your momentum is taking you the other way.
1-0 pitch, that one missed. Alex Crouch, the number 9 hitter. Parker Lewis on the mound. Probably his best outing of the season came back on June 11th against the Raging Roosters. That one's popped up on the infield. Lewis is under it. He's getting called off by Colby Rich in foul ground, who makes the catch, leaking back in towards the line for the 2nd out. But back during that outing that I was mentioning, this now is the 7th outing of the year for Parker Lewis. Back in his 4th outing, he went 4 innings, no hits, no runs, and a strikeout to close out the game. You remember that game?
Yeah, I do. He's not a hard-throwing guy, but he makes his pitchers.
This actually is his first outing against the Saber Dogs. Actually, no, his 2nd. Completely skipped over it. His other outing against Saber Dogs, he went 2 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 8 earned runs. That was back early on when these teams first met. That one misses. Luis Pelayo, the count 1-1. I would argue that Parker Lewis might have one of the best curveballs on the team.
Oh, yeah.
His 12-6. There it is. Spotted it, taken. So much downward movement.
Yeah.
He's really only a 2-pitch guy. That fastball in the 12-6. It's really all he needs, though. 1-2. That one leaks outside.
Yeah,
Down 2-2.
He mixes it up very well. Our catchers do the pitch calling too, so they know how to like work the counts with it.
2 click outs here in the top of the 7th, and the 2-2 pitch that's lined into center field. Maddox Mueller is there and catches it for the 3rd out. A 1-2-3 inning for Parker Lewis out of the pen. We will take a quick break and come back. Actually, no, it's the 7th inning stretch, so I've got to leave it here. I've got to leave it here so that way the fans can hear and they can listen. So what we're going to have to do, you're going to have to be quiet, CJ. I'm going to have to be quiet, and we're going to have to just admire the singing voice of John Hunt.
All right.
We'll enjoy the 7th inning stretch.
Yep.
I'll turn up the crowd mic as well. 8-2 the score. Saber Dogs leading it over your Trappers here for the 7th inning stretch. We've got a lot of kids coming down there next to John Hunt.
Oh, yeah. Plenty of kids.
Here we go. I think I got probably the best comparison ever for the type of person that John Hunt is, and I will never not be able to see it now. Someone, I don't remember who it is that said it to me, John Hunt, with the way that he sings, the way that he presents himself, if you walked into a lounge in Vegas and you heard John Hunt singing some covers of Elvis or something, that would fit perfectly.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Like you wouldn't think anything of it. You just lost like $3,000 on the slots. You're coming back to the hotel, and John Hunt is your music entertainment.
Yeah, no, I can see that. I can see that.
It'd be perfect. I'm not really a big gambling guy, but it's not really. I'm technically not allowed to yet. I'm not even 21.
Yeah, neither
You have to be
am I.
21, right?
Yeah. Yeah, right.
They do have some casinos in Oklahoma, though, where I go to school, where it could be 18 and older. So I have gone a couple of times to some of those and had some fun, but I always lost money every time. Anthony Barraza in there after his 2-run home run that he hit back in the 4th. That one's taken for strike 1. And the 0-1 pitch, that one misses. Trent Dewey out there for his 7th inning. He's thrown just 71 pitches, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and 6 Ks. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss there, a big swing from Barraza. So the count 1-2. Driven by the Office of Highway Safety, River 92.7 KGFX FM Pierre. When you gamble with safety, you bet your life, so please buckle up. I had to throw in the one that has the gambling involved in it. Gamble with safety, because you're talking about Vegas. The 1-2 bounced it. Good take there from Barraza. Not tempted by it. Just count 2-2. I have a lot of friends who do like sports betting stuff, but I haven't really, I haven't gotten really into it yet, but I don't trust any team enough to put money down on them. 2-2, and that's a swing and a miss for Barraza, so he goes down swinging with the first out here.
My friends do it too. Just same as you. Don't really trust the team enough to place a number of money.
And they always say too, like you never want to bet on your favorite team, right?
Nope.
Because that could create all sorts of mixed feelings and
then you can hate them.
Biases and never bet on your favorite team. Daniel Hab, first pitch taken for a strike. Look at the fastball there. Hab 1 for 2. One of 4 hits in the game for the Trappers. Hunter Brown, Anthony Barraza, Daniel Hab, and Jacob Griffin. And that one is skied foul. Back away to the right side. Cars on the street, beware.
My car's on the street.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, let's hope that you're good.
Yep.
Heather, my producer, you need to start yelling at CJ now too. Dewey gets set, the 0-2 pitch, missed way high, and it bounces all the way to the backstop.
Just a bit
Just a bit high.
Just a bit.
As Bob Euchre says, just a bit outside. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Changed up the speeds on him, and wave and a miss. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, 2 swinging strikeouts for Trent Dewey here in the bottom of the 7th. Trappers running out of time here in this one, down to their final 7 outs, trailing by 6. Yep, and there's a text from my producer saying, CJ, take care of your car.
I will, don't worry.
First pitch taken for strike 1. That's Connor Bendeck. So after awkwardly slipping and aggravating that right leg in his last at-bat, looks like he's able to shake it off and come back out here for his next at-bat. 0-1 pitch, high fastball, an aggressive swing, but comes up empty. You can see that Trent Dewey is feeling himself right now.
Yeah, he's got a little groove going. He's doing his sways.
He's moving quickly as well, barely giving Connor Bendeck time to get set. The 0-2 pitch, missed high. Have you ever seen an immaculate inning in person?
I don't think I have.
Caleb says yep. When was that? You did it?
When did you do it?
Really? So you got a... Caleb says that he did it. And a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Trent Dwyer doesn't get an immaculate inning, but he strikes out the side for the Trappers here in the bottom of the 7th. So we will take a quick pause and go to the top of the 8th. Saber Dogs leading it 8-2 here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Welcome back in Hyde Stadium, top of the 8th. CJ, you approve of that, the music coming back in from the break?
Yeah. That was the first time we did it.
Hey.
Right?
No, we've done it every time.
Actually?
Yeah.
Why haven't I heard it?
You haven't been on the headset the entire game.
That is very true.
Count 0-1, Hunter Delanoy at the plate, Parker Lewis on the mound. 8-2 our score, Saber Dogs leading it through 7 innings of play. During this last half inning, between breaks, John Hunt did a toilet paper toss. That breaky ball looked good. I had never heard of that before until I got here, but apparently it's a tradition here.
Yeah. We had toilet paper toss, 7th inning. It's kind of
If this is back in the pandemic days, that one's hit well to right field, down the line. Will it stay fair? And it is gone. Solo shot. That one bounced onto the net right in front of my car. So thank the Lord that those batting cages are there. Otherwise, I might have a dent in my hood.
I think it might have hit your car.
It's on the back of that great
Hunter Delanoy, that seemed a little bit personal there. You were a little bit too close to my car. It was a good swing, I'll give you that much. Turned down the fastball and roped it right down that right field line. So that is the second home run of the game for the Saber Dogs. That brings up Ben Newbert. Breaking ball taken for strike 1. It was just a nice swing from Mr. Delanoy. A 1 high fastball got him swinging through it. That was Delanoy's first home run of the year.
Oh, really? Great piece.
Might be the second. You know, I don't know if these stats update. That one misses for ball 1. Because I'm looking at the team stats on Game Changer, right? Which is what we use. And I know that we put it in for this game already. But I don't know if it updates during the game or not. So it's either 1 or 2. Yep. Oh, Ben Newbert, kind of a non-competitive swing and a miss there on the curveball. Swung that kind of at 50% speed. So that is out number 1, a strikeout for Parker Lewis. You know, our conversation near the end of the last half inning talking about Caleb Hay throwing that immaculate inning and then having a 3-pitch inning got me thinking. So I have a question now for you, CJ. What is the weirdest thing that you've had happen on a baseball field that you have been on?
Oh, gotta think.
Count 0-1 to Chris Monroe on a foul ball to the right side.
Ooh. There's probably plenty of things that's happened that I haven't just, like, remembered. Or, like,
0-1 pitch off speed. Nubbed it off the end of the bat. Nice diving stop from Seagraves. Throw to first. Pulls him off the line. So that'll go down as a base hit
yeah, I think
for Chris Monroe. would have been safe anyway, and it was very far from a routine play for Seagraves. Shifted straight up with second base for that one.
For a guy who's 6'5", pretty buff, he moves very well.
Yeah, he does. He towers over everybody, including Anthony Barraza, who is a pretty big dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of Anthony, we finally got the race of the century that we have wanted, that I have wanted. Jake Barlow, first pitch swinging into center field, and Maddox Mueller lays out to make a catch face first. He is an elite fielder in center field and showed it off there. Cue the Sports Center top 10 music. He made that look routine, though, as crazy as that sound.
Yeah, he was very fast. He gets the ball as well and gets great reads.
So
it's all about his first step.
Nice catch from Maddox Mueller, laying out head first to make that catch for the second out. But as I was saying, back to the race we were talking about, Anthony Barraza, I've been wanting him to race Colton Yanish for the longest time now. Both big-bodied first basemen, you know, not known for their speed. First pitch to Delgado misses. We got them to race for the first time yesterday. I kind of instigated that one, too. It was before the game. And it looked like Colton was going to win it, but then at the last second, Anthony went full head-first dive straight through the finish line where I'm at. Monroe takes a couple of steps off towards second, causing Lewis to step off, and Monroe retreats back to first. So Anthony was all in on that first race, diving head first, and he barely edged it out. We had a full replay and everything. 1-0 hit on the ground to short. Hunter Brown, a big hop. Oh, that went over his head. That's going to go down as a base hit. Unlucky, like you said. Hunter just throws up his arms saying, I don't know what to do. It looked like it was going to be a routine play, but then randomly it bounces and goes like 5 feet over his head. He just picked up a rock and threw it.
Yeah, might have hit a rock or a little indent on the ground. It's the difference between turf and dirt.
Yep. Oh, man, that one took a crazy hop on Hunter Brown. 2 outs now, and runners on first and second. So Delgado gets a hit, and that now means that everybody in the Saber Dogs lineup has a hit to their credit in this game. The count 0-1 to Ben Lavorsi, and it took all of the might of the baseball gods, the angel in the outfield, whatever you will, to make that last one happen. You're celebrating something. I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, Aaron Hicks just hit a 3-run home run to tie the game in the bottom of the ninth.
That's right. I forgot the Yankees are playing the Astros right now, so a bit of some intense emotions in that one. I saw that they purposely hit Jose Altuve on the first pitch of the game.
I don't know if it was on purpose. It
happens. 1-1,
one,
and that one misses. I don't know. It feels a little bit too coincidental for it to be anything but on purpose.
Yeah, you just got to make sure the trash cans aren't working.
I know you were upset. I know you were upset when all that came out.
Yeah. Oh, the Dodgers were upset, too.
Oh, yeah. Caleb was upset, too, as a Dodgers fan. I know that. 2-1 pitch. That one missed for ball 3. Parker Lewis. Yeah?
Just look at the numbers, their home stats compared to their away stats, where it's just ridiculously different.
Right? So the count 3-1 in the pitch. And that one goes with a curveball and
called strike.
No, it was missed. No, he didn't call it a strike. I think this is not the first time I've seen.
He called strike.
It's not the first time I've seen that. He pointed to his right as if it was a strike. What he was doing, the home plate umpire, was pointing towards first for the runner to go to first.
No, I thought I heard him call strike too. Also.
They call it ball 4. You know, it's a confusing call from the home plate umpire, but now base is loaded and 2 outs. You need to get out of this if you are Parker Lewis. First pitch to Rojas. Missed tie. The game's still in reach, down by 7. You can't give up any runs here. And that was called a strike. I don't know if you saw where that one landed.
No, I did not. I was looking down, trying to.
There was some dirt that popped up when Danny caught it.
You know what? That happens. Sometimes umpires miss calls, and
It's a makeup call, maybe.
Yep, they'll have a makeup call.
Gotta love the makeup calls. The 1-1 pitch off speed, and that one misses. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 8th, 9-2 our score. Chris Monroe on third. And a swing and a miss, one with the off speed. Count now 2-2. So I was saying Chris Monroe on third, Seth Delgado on second, and Ben Lavorsi on first. Jesus Rojas, the third baseman, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Parker Lewis, the 2-2 pitch. Bounced it and it gets away, and that will get past Daniel Hab, and Monroe will score from third. Passed ball there. Just went right through the wickets.
Yep. You see Parker hitting his chest, saying "my bad," missing his spot. Nothing you could really do about it. It happens.
So it is now 10-2. The count 3-2. Runners advanced up to second and third as well. Nobody on first. Payoff pitch, missed high, ball 4. So first base was open, but now bases loaded once again for Alex Crouch, who is 2 for 4 with 2 RBI to his credit in this game. And now we are in a situation where 2 more runs scoring for the Saber Dogs in this inning would mean the Trappers would have to score a run in the bottom of the 8th. Otherwise, we get that 10-run rule in effect. First pitch to Crouch, and there's a strike. What do you guys think of the 10-run rule just in general? Like outside, like not even like just looking at this team, looking at just in general in the game of baseball.
I mean,
that one's hit on the ground to first. Barraza fields it and takes it to the bag himself for the third out.
During the summer, it's okay. Try to save people's arms, save legs and stuff because it's a long season.
Yeah.
But during the spring and the fall and stuff, and in the MLB, it just shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. Imagine if we had a 10-run rule in the MLB.
Yep, that would be.
That'd be like the ultimate, like, embarrassing, whatever. If you, like, if your team got 10-run ruled in the majors, oh, that'd be brutal.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break. Saber Dogs score 2 runs in the top of the 8th. Extend the lead to 10-2. Trappers down to their final 6 outs. We'll take a quick pause and come back on the voice of the Trappers. To a Hyde Stadium. Trappers trailing 10-2 against the Saber Dogs. Ryan Breeden, CJ Cumbo next to me, Caleb Hay behind both of us. It's been kind of like a 3-man broadcast crew we've been running since this game. It's been me, and then CJ and Caleb have kind of been alternating with the headset. It's been fun. I enjoy it. I knew I wanted to have CJ up here one more time before he left to go home, which he's doing on Saturday?
Saturday morning around 8 a.m. Long drive.
Gabriel Arroyo is going home tomorrow.
Yep.
That's sad. It makes me sad. I could listen to Gabby talk about baseball all day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's a great teammate, great kid.
He could make such a good coach one day.
I think he will.
I think he has the passion for it, too. I think he would want to.
Oh, 100%. He loves helping us. Whenever anybody feels like a little off with their swing, he'll tell you what you're doing wrong. And
he tells us some stories, too, of, about back home in Puerto Rico. Well, there's some fun ones. Maddox Mueller leading things off here in the bottom of the 8th. Trent Dewey still out there. First pitch, swinging, and also a check swing, and that might land, and it does. It gets by Pelayo, who laid out there.
That does the job.
So a check swing single. That was something right out of MLB The Show.
Yep.
I think that CJ can attest to that, someone who plays the game. Maddox Mueller taken right out of a video game there with that swing.
Sometimes you can hit a ball 100 miles an hour off the bat and being out, and then sometimes you could do that and get a check swing, base hit.
Only swing the bat halfway through and get it to land in shallow center field.
Oh, I think the other pin.
There is no sport weirder than baseball. It's a weird sport, and you have to be a little bit weird to be good at it.
Got a pinch hitter here.
Logan McKeever. So Logan pinch hits for Colby Rich. First pitch taken in the dirt for ball 1. McKeever, 2 hits so far on the summer. He has a runner on with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Trappers need to really do some damage soon if they want to come back into this, down by 8. Dewey has been lights out. 1-0 pitch, and that is a called strike.
Must be on the check swing.
Can't tell for sure whether or not that was on the check swing or not. McKeever steps out and calls time after that one, nonetheless. Dewey at 85 pitches, so he might try to go with a complete game here. Depends on how this inning goes. It's pitch number 86 upcoming for Dewey. The pick over. Not in time, so Mueller back to first.
Yeah, we're on the radio.
You know, I don't know if it would be smart, but I want to see Maddox try to take second here.
At this point, you want to go base to base. But
Yeah, because like ultimately in the scheme of things, that run doesn't matter. But like still, off speed, swung on and missed for strike 2. Oh, I need to plug in this laptop. Let's see if I can run some cords across here. I have too many cords in this setup. 1-2 pitch. McKeever out in front, comes up empty for strike 3. Now 1 away, McKeever goes down on strikes. Now we'll bring up Noah McCreary.
oh, Noah.
Noah pinch hitting for Jacob Griffin. So Griffin will finish his day 1 for 2. McCreary on this year has probably hit the farthest home run of Trapper. Well, I don't know.
Bancroft.
Him and Jacob both hit him there onto the tin roof in right field.
Both great pieces of hitting.
First pitch, Maddox Mueller takes off, but we'll have to go back. Was that a hit and run?
Um,
Or you think that was just a coincidental stolen base with a swing?
Yeah, probably not designed hit and run. Noah went after a pitch he liked, and Maddox took off at the same time.
What do you think of Maddox's mustache?
Honestly, I think he rocks it. It's way better than Anthony's.
Yeah, yeah. We'll have to have Anthony come up with a response to that, but I might agree with you on that one. 0-1 pitch, missed high. The reason a lot of the guys, well, some of the guys have tried to get mustaches is because of Top Gun. You guys went and saw it. You know, it really resonated with the team, it seems like. Coach Jamie was on board with it too, but I don't think it was a good look for him. I don't think that it was right. Swing and a miss for McCreary to the count 2-2.
Yeah, I didn't think the mustache fit Jamie. With Maddox, it does fit.
It does. 100%.
With Caleb, it doesn't fit.
Hey, it's coming in, okay?
Oh, yeah, Caleb, I see that now. Got a bit of a mustache, maybe. And the pitch, that one bounced in the dirt. Looked for a second like it got away from Lavorsi, but it was just trapped under his feet. 1 out here, bottom of the 8th. Trappers down to their final 5 outs. 15 hits for the Dogs, Saber Dogs. 5 hits for the Trappers. And the pitch, hit to short. This could be 2. Crouch Fields flips to second for 1 into first, and not in time. So McCreary able to leg that one out at the very least. So that'll go down as a fielder's choice ground out. Now 2 away. We're back to the top of the order for Trevor Seagraves. Oh, I see you have the Yankees game on here on your phone, CJ.
Yep. 6-6, bottom of the 9th, 1 out.
Okay.
1 on for the Yankees.
You got quite a spot. Trevor Seagraves is up here for the Trappers. Runner aboard. And the pitch, swing and a miss. It's a high fastball. Seagraves has been very aggressive in this game. He is 0 for 3, but put the ball in play all 3 times. He is the only Trapper that was in the starting lineup that has not struck out. And that misses up and in. So the count 1-1. 10 strikeouts as a team for the Trappers compared to 3 for the Saber Dogs. Now have a called time. Looks like we're exchanging baseballs. I don't think that Dewey liked the grip of that one. Maybe didn't like the laces, something with it. You see that every once in a while.
Yeah. Pitchers.
Pitchers can be very picky.
They are
right,
very
Caleb?
picky.
Seagraves comes up empty on that swing, so the count 1-2. The sun slowly beginning to set here. It gets dark so late, though. It's crazy.
Honestly, I like that a lot.
Same here. I'm more of a night owl than I am early bird.
Yeah. Yeah, I like how the sun sets. Honestly, it's about an hour difference.
You know why that is, right?
Well, it's also because the hour difference back home. But
you know why it sets so late here?
Because we're
pretty much right on the
elevated.
edge. We're right on the edge of Central Time, and then the next, like the, what's the next time zone? The one to the west. Mountain Time. Yes, that one. 1-2 pitch. Seagraves goes down swinging. Trevor, I'm sorry. I'll accept responsibility for that. That was the announcer's jinx. That's my bad. I had said that you were the only one in the lineup that had not struck out, and then on that at bat you did. So that's my bad, Trevor. I'll accept responsibility for that. We'll go to the 9th inning. 10-2 our score. Saber Dogs leading it here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. CJ, you're going to stay on the headset with me, I guess, for the remainder of this one.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job. This is the last time we're going to be able to talk to you anyway on the air, so you need to enjoy it. 10-2 the score. Saber Dogs leading it. Top of the 9th. Parker Lewis back out there. I'm not sure what John's going on about out there.
Yeah. The umpire waiting for our GM to stop talking.
John gets into it.
He does get very into it. It's very exciting for the fans.
Parker Lewis, his 3rd inning of relief work. Back to the top of the order, Luis Pelayo. And that one popped up in foul ground. McKeever on the move and will not get there in time. Pelayo 2 for 5 in this game. 2 RBI. A run scored. Everyone in the Saber Dogs lineup with a hit in this game. 0-1 pitch. Fouled off. Straight back. The count 0-2. I was interested in what you were talking about during the last commercial break about how the bars in Fort Pierre, that one is hit to first, and Barraza fields it on a hop and steps on the bag himself. You know what? Before I even go into that point, Anthony Barraza at first has been fantastic today.
Yeah.
He made every play that's come his way. I know he was in his own head a little bit last week in the field, made a couple of errors, and things can snowball pretty quickly in baseball. You get in your own head, and the ball seems to find you when you are in a mental logjam, and that's exactly what happened. But, Anthony, he's looked fantastic out there in the field, especially the entirety of this game. 1-0 pitch hit on the ground, up the middle. Hunter Brown lays out and stops it, but it rolls away, so it'll go down as an infield single.
Good try by Hunter there. Would have been a hard throw anyway if he got up and threw it.
He laid out for it. Now he's going to have to get the dirt out of his pants after laying out for that one. So that will be an infield single for the pinch hitter Stenberg. That now brings up Ben Newbert, who is 2 for 5. A run scored, but 2 strikeouts. First pitch, breaking ball called, strike 1. Newbert responsible for 2 of the 3 strikeouts for the Saber Dogs tonight. And he's down on the count 0-1. Lewis will pick over to first. Good idea, but nothing doing there. CJ, technology is failing you right now, isn't it?
Yep.
You're trying to watch the Yankees game, but it's not loading up for you. 0-1 pitch, chopped to foul. The count 0-2. Maybe it's a sign that you don't need to be watching.
That is very true.
Perhaps.
Trying to take some peeks down, see if the Yankees can pull through.
It's the baseball gods yelling at you. The count 0-2 and the pitch. Fouled back into the net. If we had these windows open and there was a foul ball that was hit up here, you think you'd be able to catch it barehanded?
Yeah. Pretty confident.
Would you not be worried that that might, break a bone in your hand?
You just got to go with it. As it's coming with you, you just
pull back?
You pull back with it so it doesn't hurt as much.
0-2 pitch, bounced it. Yeah, 1-2. Or you could just, a full-blown alpha move, just stick it out there and go against the force of it, right?
Yeah, you could do that. I think that would hurt a little bit more than pulling back with it.
Yeah, I think so. 1-2 pitch, chopped foul. Did I tell you what happened to me when before one of the games in Minot, was hitting some ground balls on the infield? I hit a ground ball with the fungo to Connor Bendeck, and he threw it back into me, and it bounced on a hop, and it was bouncing right in front of my face, right? And I put out my left hand to catch it, and I kind of created a C. And that one misses high, so the count 2-2. So I created a C with my thumb and with my pointer finger. And what do you think happened?
It went right through it.
Baseball went right through it, hit me square in the nose. Had a bloody nose after that, but I was like, you know what? Welcome me back to the game. 2-2 pitch and a called strike 3. Newbert goes down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Responsible for 3/4 of the strikeouts as a team, as one man. So even though he has 2 hits to his credit in the game, not the best night for Ben Newbert. That will bring up Chris Monroe. He is having a fantastic night. 3 for 5, a 3-run home run, and a double. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. First pitch to Monroe, fastball outside that misses. Oof. I really don't know how you pitch to Chris Monroe. We came into this game talking about, throw fastballs outside, breaking balls outside. Don't throw anything inside. You throw a fastball outside and he hits the other way for a 3-run home run. And it's like, okay, let's just go to the off speed. So that's what that is there, and that one misses. Threw him a slider in his last at-bat, and he stuck with it and drove it into the gap for a double. I'm not really sure what you do with Chris Monroe.
Nothing in the strike zone.
Caleb Hayes has nothing in the strike zone.
Yeah, I would agree with that. You just try to make him get frustrated, get himself out.
2-0 pitch, and that one is hit in the air in foul ground to the right side. Barraza on the move using that speed, and it's not going to matter anyway as it gets out of play. He lost the hat in the process, too.
Speed.
Using the speed. We know that he is at least faster than one person on the team. One person.
Yeah.
You think he'd be faster than you right now with your hamstring?
Possibly. Just a slight disadvantage.
Very true. 2-1 pitch to Monroe. Breaking ball gets through the legs of Hab, and that allows for Stenberg to take second. So runner in scoring position now. 2 outs, top of the 9th. 16 hits for the Saber Dogs. Playing some Coldplay on the organ, at least what it sounds like from that stadium sound.
Yeah.
3-1 pitch, hit on the ground to short. Brown fields it on a hop, has some time, and the throw to first in time. Beat him by about a step and a half for the 3rd out. Good job there from Parker Lewis coming out of the bullpen, pitching 3 innings, giving up just 2 earned runs. We will go to the bottom of the 9th. Trappers down to their final 3 outs. Offense has got some work to do, trailing by 8 runs. We'll take a quick pause and come back for the conclusion of this game here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. Hyde Stadium. We have a new pitcher for the Saber Dogs, so that means that New Year's Day is over. We'll see what the number is on that. It's a 13. Don't you love it when it's a number 13, but you don't have a number 13 on your roster?
So I am guessing he is a new guy on the team.
I'm thinking so. Either that or I'm just dumb, which is possible.
That is also a possibility.
It's possible. So you're not supposed to agree with me when I say that. You're supposed to say, no, Ryan, no, never you, right? Yeah, no, never. But I can for sure give you Trent Dwyer's final stat line. 8 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, both of them coming on that 2-run home run from Anthony Barraza, and 11 strikeouts to his ledger. I'll figure this out. I'll figure out who this is. I might just need a second. Hunter Brown is leading things off. He is 1 for 3. First pitch, off speed, and that is called a strike, and that's not a strike.
That was just not. Hunter's definitely not.
Hunter's upset. I can see why. That was just not a strike, plain and simple.
He called it on the swing. it was also not on the swing. He did not. He moved his body, just not his hands that much.
So Hunter Brown down to the count, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. And that one bounced in the dirt.
Similar spot.
It was a similar spot. And so that's, I don't know. I don't really know what you do with that. Like, how do you not get a little frustrated?
You just try to calm down, take a breath, reset.
1-1 pitch, fastball missed up. Some velocity coming off that fastball. Ozuna is the pitcher.
Is he new?
I think so. I'm pulling up his stats right now. The 2-1. There's some zip on that fastball.
There is.
How fast do you think that is? 92?
Around
93?
there. 92, around 93.
That one missed high for ball 4. So 3 straight misses upstairs. So Marco Ozuna, yes, this is only his second outing of the year. He faced the Pilots back on June 11th. 2 innings pitched. No hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts. So now Will Hoke,
Pinch hitter.
pinch hitting to face Marco Ozuna. Hoke leads the team in hits. And the pitch, that one missed high. So, he's got the velocity, Ozuna does. We've seen it, but so far he's missing high, and now we're going to have a visit there from Livorsi. Probably a smart idea for a visit. You miss in the same spot 4 times in a row.
Yeah.
That microphone almost just got the best of you there, didn't it?
Yeah, no, I accidentally just hit it.
Scared you a little bit, I think.
Yeah, I kind of forgot it was there. You just get so used to it while you're up here and then accidentally hit it.
That just means you've gotten comfortable.
Yeah.
You don't even recognize that it's there. I think Caleb has gotten more comfortable, too, up here in the press box. Talking. He says, eh. That's why he's in the background right now. That's why he's sitting behind us. That one's chopped foul.
Yeah, he does seem to get nervous sometimes when he's up here in the booth.
Hey, no, Caleb's been doing a good job when he comes up here. I was surprised when he volunteered himself to come up here, but then I thought about it, and I was like, he wants the AC. It's hot. It makes sense. Caleb using me for my AC. 1-1, roped, foul. Yeah, there really is an AC. It's 85 degrees in this press box right now, so.
With the little window open, the heat's seeking through.
Yeah, there's really no difference. At this point, it might actually be cooler outside than it is in here. I don't know.
Honestly, I don't know, maybe.
The count 1-2 to Will Hoke. Ozuna gets set, runner on first. And the pitch. And swing, and so was that a foul ball? Oh, no. Well, no, that's strike 3. I couldn't tell you fouled it off. I couldn't tell.
I don't know. He was just standing there for a second trying to.
They'll say that it was a swing and a miss for strike 3, so Will Hoke goes down on strikes. And that brings up Anthony Barraza, 1 for 3, a 2-run home run to straight away center field.
Having a very good day defensively today, though.
Yes, absolutely the case. First pitch, and there's a called strike on the inside, they will say. Trappers down to their final 2 outs, trailing 10-2 against the Saber Dogs. 0-1 pitch, check swing, did he go around? I think they will say no. So the count 1-1. And see, like that was closer to being a swing than what Hunter Brown's first one was. But that was called a strike. I don't know. I think I'm reading too much into these things. I just need to roll with it.
Sometimes umpires just.
Sometimes you don't need to try to think about it.
Yep.
1-1 pitch, chopped off the catcher's mask.
Give him a little wake-up call.
Yeah, wake up out there behind the plate. I would hate to be a catcher. I would hate it.
You just gotta love it. That's the thing. If you're a catcher, they love it.
You've got to be a different breed to be a catcher.
Yeah.
I can't do it. That's the only position I never played in high school in a game.
Yeah, it's got to be very uncomfortable. Just
1-2
squatting.
pitch. High fastball that missed. You know, I really felt bad for Seth Delgado, who's playing left field today. Yesterday, they were wearing the jean shorts for the game. He was behind the dish, no pants, with the shin guards on, the straps rubbing up against the back of your knee. Oh, that would kill me.
That had to be so uncomfortable.
2-2 pitch fastball in the dirt, swung on and missed. It's a drop third strike, but you know there's nowhere to go at first, so Barraza will just peel off and trot back towards first for the second out. So the Trappers down to their final out, and it will be Preston Lau pinch hitting here for Connor Bendeck.
Number 15, Preston Lau.
And after the game is over, we'll have an auction for these Trappers Salute to Service uniforms.
See if Preston can get something going for us.
Try to get some base runners here with 2 outs. First pitch, breaking ball, taken for strike 1.
They look low.
Ozuna has not seen much action here this summer so far, as I mentioned. This is just his 3rd inning so far, but his stuff is electric. I'll give him that. He has a fastball with a lot of velocity, a sharp breaking ball that we saw that last pitch, and that one's fouled off straight back. The count 0-2, the Trappers now down to their final strike. Hunter Brown on first. He's reached safely twice in the game, but Preston Lau at the plate battling down to their final strike here. Ozuna, the 0-2, misses high near the collarbones. So the count 1-2. 10-2 our score. Saber Dogs leading it. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. And the 0-2. And an off speed. So the count actually now 2-2. So Preston Lau battling a little bit here in this at-bat. Final chance for the Trappers. The 2-2. Chopped foul.
Good at bat by Preston here. Spoiling some pitches.
Just coming into the game, you know, with 1 out to go. He's been on the bench this entire game, so coming in a spot like this and battling, it's impressive. Ozuna looks in. Trappers down to their final strike. 2-2 the count. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, and the pitch. Hit on the ground to first. Monroe fields, and he will step on the bag for the final out. So the Trappers go down 10-2 here in the first game of this 7-game homestand at Hyde Stadium. Saber Dogs win it. Advance to 23-1 on the season. It's crazy. I actually can't even believe, I can't believe that they lost 1 game to begin with. So 23-1 for the Saber Dogs, and for your Trappers now 7-18. I'd like to thank CJ Cumbo for being with me here before he goes home in a couple of days. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ryan, for having me.
It's a pleasure. Caleb Hay, thank you as well for being up here with us.
You're welcome. Glad to be up here.
So you guys go down and go join the team for that post-game huddle.
Yep.
I'll take things
Thank
from
you very
here.
much.
Thank you, guys, and we'll take a quick break and come back for the Trapper Rap post-game. I'll have some analysis, and then we'll have an interview with Coach Jamie Haviger. 10-2 the final score. Trappers fall here on the voice of the Trappers, River 92.7. And welcome back into the ballpark here for the Trapper Rap post game. Ryan Breeden here, your voice of the Trappers, and the Trappers here in game 1 of the 7-game homestand fall to the first place Souris Valley Saber Dogs 10-2. So a good effort for the Trappers, you know, one of their better efforts against these Saber Dogs, following up a 10-0 loss yesterday against this same team. The Trappers looked good early on. It was 0-0 going into the 3rd inning, but then Chris Monroe, probably the front runner if there was a league MVP, definitely would be Chris Monroe for that. He broke our scoreless tie with a 3-run home run to opposite field, right field, in the 3rd inning. It was his 10th home run of the year, the most in the league by 5. And then from there, the offense picked things up for the Saber Dogs, scoring 2 more runs in the 4th and 3 more runs in the 5th. That extended things out to an 8-2 lead. The Trappers got on the board for the only time. They're in the bottom of the 4th inning on a 2-run home run to straightaway center field from Anthony Barraza. He got a fastball that he liked and drove it right back up the middle and had just enough lift on it to carry over that elevated wooden fence out there in straightaway center. That was one of 5 hits for the Trappers in this game. 1 hit for Hunter Brown back in the 1st inning. Then Anthony Barraza with that home run. Daniel Hab with a base hit. He has been swinging a hot bat recently. 11 for his last 26 at the plate. And then Maddox Mueller had a base hit on kind of a check swing. And then Noah McCreary, Jacob Griffin actually, with a base hit to right field as well. So it was 4 singles and a home run for the Trappers in this game. And then for the Saber Dogs, 16 hits in total. Everyone in the lineup with at least 1 hit. Chris Monroe leading the way with 3, going 3 for 6. That home run that I mentioned, a double and a base hit, so he was finishing just a triple shy of the cycle, but of course that triple is the hardest one to pick up. So then also on the pitching side of things, Trent Dewey picked up the win for the Saber Dogs. 8 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and 11 strikeouts. Then it was Marco Ozuna closing things out there in the bottom of the 9th, throwing a perfect frame in the bottom of the 9th, and innings pitched. 2 strikeouts ended things. And then for the Trappers, Lewis Manning gets credited with the loss. 6 innings, 11 hits, 7 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Parker Lewis pitched the rest of the way. 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. So 4 strikeouts for the Trappers pitching staff, 13 for the Saber Dogs. We'll take a quick break and come back here with Coach Jamie Habiger for a post-game interview before we send things back to the music. But for now, we'll take a quick break, come back. 10-2 the final score. Saber Dogs win it over your Trappers here on the voice of the Trappers in the Trapper Rap post-game. River 92.7. And welcome back in here on the Trapper Rat post game. Ryan Breeden now joined in the Hyde Stadium press box by Coach Jamie Habiger. Coach, 10-2. You got a pretty good swing there from Anthony Barraza early on in the game. Looked like you guys were battling, especially early on, but then I think their pitching staff kind of picked up some strikeouts late on in the game. But what did you think overall from your guys' approach at the plate?
Not bad early on. You know, their pitcher threw a heck of a game. His breaking stuff started really working for him in the last half of the game there, and we were chasing it. So our approach has changed a little bit, but glad Anthony got one out. You know, it's been a while since he's had a hit, so good for him.
And so, you know, another thing, obviously, you don't like to really complain about strike zones of any kind, obviously, but, you know, it does make it harder when you're kind of off balance and getting some calls that maybe not go your way and stuff like that. It just makes it harder. Obviously, I know you talk about control the controllable. So how do you remain composed and battle through stuff like that?
Well, hopefully, you can pick your pitch and lay off the other stuff and stay in hitter's count. You know, we're swinging the stuff in the dirt, which is making us get in the pitcher's count, and then we leave it up to the umpire. You know, he had some pretty big corners, but nothing too crazy that we couldn't swing at. You know, we're just getting ourselves in bad counts, so we got to work on that a little bit.
You talked about discipline at the plate as well, and making sure that every swing you're not trying to hit a 25-run home run. Do you feel like that's gotten better from the team? Do you feel like the swings have been a bit more?
I do. I think we've gotten better at our approaches and our swings. I think we're growing as a team, so we're right where we want to be. You know, we're just a couple guys are slumping right now, so they come out and get a couple hits, and we're right in it. You know, we missed a couple opportunities tonight, a couple bad base running mistakes, and you know, just like I said before the game, you can't make mistakes against a team like this. Once you do, they capitalize. As you can see, that third, fourth, fifth inning or something, they got 8 runs in those innings. And when this team gets hot like that, our team kind of shuts down a little bit, it seems like, when it's just playing these guys. You know, they're just a heck of a hitting team.
You think it's just a mental roadblock just against these Saber Dogs, you think?
I think so, and it's also just we're young, you know.
Yeah.
We're young. We're used to being up probably at other places, and we just got to get going. If we're down, we got to stay up, if that makes sense.
And these are valuable experiences for young guys too, right? You know, trying to learn how to battle through stuff like this.
Definitely, yeah. You know, they got a team that's been there, done that for years in college. A couple of those guys, 5-6-year guys. So we got guys just coming in with this, maybe had 6 ABs at a college level.
Yeah.
So it's a good learning experience for us, and as long as we keep our mental approaches going and keep growing as a team, we'll be fine when it comes down to it.
What'd you think of Lewis Manning?
Lewis throws great. Unfortunately for Lewis, our bats are real quiet when he's on the mound. You know, so his last 3 starts, I believe, he's given up 3 runs in the 3rd inning every time. So it's that nemesis of a 3rd inning for him. But he throws great against this team, and just like all our starters, he's a bulldog on the mound. He's ready to go. He doesn't want to be pulled out, and he'll do anything to stay in. So I love when Lewis is on the mound. I know he's going to battle for us, and at least we're going to get 4 or 5 every time.
Yep, absolutely. And so tomorrow, who will be on the mound?
Oh, local legend Jack.
Yeah. Jack Van Camp, local kid. Okay.
Jack's going to be on the mound. And
as you were saying to me as we were walking up here, glad to have a new opponent.
Yeah, it'll be nice. You know, that's just a heck of a hitting team. No matter who's on the mound, they hit. They don't miss many. Parker Lewis did a pretty good job there coming in tonight and shut him down. They had a couple hits off him, but it's a heck of a hitting team. We're looking forward to playing someone else for sure.
Pilots, that's who it will be tomorrow at 7:05. Coach, thank you for your time, and we will talk to you pregame tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Ryan. Go Trap.
So that was Coach Jamie Habiger, and we will call things a night here from the Hyde Stadium press box. 10-2, the final score. Trappers fall here to the Saber Dogs, but it will be a 3-game series against the Pilots coming up starting tomorrow at 7:05, and then a 3-game series against the Roosters here at Hyde Stadium. So still 6 more games remaining in this 7-game homestand. So we'll be back tomorrow night, have some more guests. I'll be back in here. You guys can listen to me ramble and talk about whatever over the course of those 2 to 3 hours. But I'm signing off for now, saying thank you for listening. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Good night, everybody.
Trapper Wrap, a recap of tonight's Dear Trappers action. Thank you for joining us and stay with us all season long.
I was in the middle of a conversation.
Oh, shit.